How are we gonna start this stream? I got 2 words for you. Impossible.
Nothing's impossible, Mario. Improbable, unlikely, but never impossible.
I hope you're right. Hello, Sharky. Hello, Johnny.
Hey, Cass.
Hello.
Welcome, one and all. Welcome to the Bad Game Hall of Fame. Welcome to Mario is Missing. This is the show in which we play Mario is Missing for MS-DOS, specifically the CD-ROM Deluxe Edition here tonight. This is a game that released initially for DOS in January 1993 on the Super Nintendo Entertainment System, come June 1993 with a Nintendo Entertainment System release, July 1993, and eventually moseyed its way on over to the Macintosh and to PC platforms in June 1994, developed and published by the software Toolworks under a licensing agreement from one Nintendo, owners of Mario. And this is March 10th, which is internationally recognized, as I'm to understand it, official holiday. You all seen it on your calendars. It's Mario Day. And what better way to pay tribute, homage, than with this game, of all games?
But he ain't there.
So let me ask at the top of the show here, I figure this is a question worth asking. What's your familiarity with Mario? No, that's maybe a little too broad. What is your familiarities with Mario is Missing, this game in particular?
By reputation, I did not play this as a child. This was not part of my edutainment suite of games. But I definitely know it from the memes. I know it from just having seen it, just like the oddity of like looking into what all of these Mario edutainment games were. So yeah, I have seen this game before, I'll say that much.
How about you, Johnny?
Yeah, similar story, only knowing it by reputation. No, more so for the console versions. I actually was not aware of the like having PC and Mac versions until recently. But yeah, it's always been in the zeitgeist of the extended Nintendo licensed weirdness that ends up becoming big in internet culture, and that's mostly where I know from.
We'll get to some of that before we get to the game. I think there's a little bit of history to cover, not a full history section here at the top, but certainly something that we need to address. The elephant in the room, or the Weegee, as it was. But before we get to addressing any of that, before we get to playing the game at hand, really ringing in Mario Day, we of course have a segment at the top of the show, our prized segment, the same way that Mario is the jewel in the crown of Nintendo. On this stream, on this here Bad Game Hall of Fame, the jewel in our crown has been and always will be Turkey Stream Snack! I hope you made lots of spaghetti.
Well, we actually had to cancel spaghetti tonight.
Fuck!
True story, we had to cancel spaghetti tonight. Didn't have time. Had to go get a po' boy, roast beef style. Could have gotten Italian sausage, but I wasn't the one who placed the order. So, roast beef, that's what I had to deal with. Which, I say deal with, it's fucking delicious. The roast beef po' boys around here, oh my god. But tonight's stream snack is Atkins Indulge Caramel Nut Chew Bar. And our drink is C4 Smart Energy Sparkling Strawberry Guava. So let's crack this one open. Last time I had, what did I have last time? It was a mango, something mango. And I thought it was decent, because it is like all natural flavors. Which usually, honestly, when something says all natural flavors, it's apple juice. But, we'll see. This is strawberry guava, taking a sip. And, okay. I would say that's more on the guava than it is on the strawberry. The strawberry is kind of like the aftertaste of it, I think. But it's good. it's a very light flavor. It's not too strong. Well, I say a very light flavor, but I'm comparing this to like when I usually drink like a Lonnie New, right? And like other like Monster Energy stuff, and it is just completely front loaded with flavor. This tastes positively mild by comparison, but I can tell this is still very flavorful. Yeah, front is it's maybe a little. Does this have artificial sweetener in it? It might, because I'm tasting a little bit of that up front. I could be wrong. Yeah, I think it's a little artificial sweetenery up front. Followed by the guava, then the strawberry. It's nice. It's decent. Maybe not one of my favorites, but it'll do for sure. I don't hate it. So, Cass, what have you brought tonight?
Well, you know I like the Monster Energy here on this end. And I found a new can. It's a red can. Red for Mario. This is Monster Energy Ultra Punk Punch. And there is ad copy written on this. And I'm going to read it. Ahem. Live fast, play loudly, challenge convention, and rediscover Fruit Punch. Fueled by rebellion, self-expression, and our world-famous energy blend. Sorry, it was a little condensation on the can there. We reinvented what Fruit Punch should be. 0 sugar, not too sweet, and goes down smooth. Ultra Punk Punch has that perfect amount of energy to power you through your next show. From pop punks to crusty ones, emos to screamos, we're all down with that. Oi, oi, oi.
God, it was losing me the longer it went on.
Oh yeah, no, it never had me. It's well, let's taste it at the very least.
Checking the website for it. Much less copy on the website. I will say the Monster Energy website stopped me to test if I was a human first. What the fuck do you care, Monster Energy, if I'm a human or not? Come on.
Well, only humans can
Monster
consume their products. So if you're a robot, you're not doing anything for the bottom line, I don't think.
All right, so what's your thoughts?
It tastes like Fruit Punch. It's fine.
Yep, it says their flavor profile is classic Fruit Punch, which I already thought Monster had a Fruit Punch flavor. Right? Or am I wrong?
Maybe they gutted that one. Maybe they punked it out of there, or punched it even out of there, and make room for this.
Maybe I'm confusing it with... No, because I was about to say maybe I'm confusing it with Rockstar, but... Oh no, Monster Ultra Red is crisp and refreshing mixed berry. Which is different. I have a question for you before we move on to Johnny. Do you know what the Ultra is in Monster Ultra flavors? I don't have an answer for you. I'm asking if you know.
I think Ultra is their 0 sugar brand.
Okay.
Rather than just fronting it as 0 sugar, even though it's written all over the can. I think Ultra denotes that. I could be wrong.
All right. No, that sounds right to my ears. Johnny, what do you have?
I decided to go back to 2 drinks as tribute to the Mario Brothers, the twins. You know, they look the same. You offer them an ice cream. They both have the same flavor. So I have my iced coffee. This is the vanilla one again. Hey, what's wrong with you? Why are you laughing at my snack?
A Mario Twins reference in 2026, folks. Nowhere but the Bad Game Hall of Fame.
So yeah, more my vanilla iced coffee. And I have a pack of hot chocolates that are all based around different candy bars owned by the Mars Family Corporation. This is based on a Snickers bar. I've got to try this again.
Right.
It's good, not peanutty enough, I think, to replicate the taste. But it's pretty good. And I got some sugar cookies that my mum and my niece made that are pretty nice. They taste a little artificial, but I don't know. I dig it for some weird reason. I think it also has like candy sprinkles in it. That might be why they're so sugary.
All right. And think that'll do it?
I think they'll do it for the stream snack. The graphic ran out, so
Yeah.
that means our time to talk about snacks is over, and it's now time to talk about...
I'd be way interested in talking about snacks for way longer, but yes, I agree. We should move on to the show.
And move on to that main stage, why don't we? And I said, not a overlong history section on this one, just because I didn't have the time. We had the idea to do this game relatively short notice, but it turns out there is like a pretty decent oral history of Mario is Missing, the making of, available over on Time Extension. So I'll link that here for the benefit of folk who want to read it. They interview one Donald W. Labs, the lead designer on Mario is Missing, get into some of the development history. They were surprised to learn that Yoshi was called Yoshi. We called him Dude, which is a interesting admission to make when Yoshi is one of the terms they copyrighted, specifically licensed from Nintendo. We'll see that on the title screen. But who are we talking about? Who are the developers of Mario is Missing? That would be the software Toolworks, established 1979, 1980 roundabouts in Novato, California. You may know them best for the likes of Chessmaster 2000, Mavis Beacon Teaches Typing, Life and Death, that's a classic medical simulator, a lot of simulation games at a moment in time. And then,
I thought you were talking about Mavis Beacon Teaches Typing, Life and Death, which feels like
very high stakes.
Yeah. I thought my teachers were real strict about how to teach typing, but man, that sounds like something else.
You know, the nuns give you the yardstick. Mavis Beacon, she's ready to kill at a moment's notice if you don't learn QWERTY awful quick. Yeah, so they mostly dealt in simulation software, and then around 1990 is when they first affiliate with Nintendo. They put out a little game by the name of wait, no, that's not right. I misread Miracle Piano Teaching System as Mario Piano Teaching System. Okay, well, that's what I get for not writing my notes properly. Okay, so 1992, right? You following me? Is when they get the license from Nintendo to put out a few different Mario games, including Mario is Missing, Mario's Early Years Fun with Letters, Mario's Time Machine, sort of the contemporary, the parallel to this one, and then a few others in the Early Years line, because the early 90s were the era of edutainment software. So Software Toolworks made the pivots. You'd see the likes of Sonic and Sonic Schoolhouse, and a few other attempts. I think there's a prototype of one of those Sonic teaching games that just got dumped in like the past couple of years. A lot of different publishers and manufacturers out there of hardware and software, established characters and established brands collaborating with people in the edutainment space to put out these, friendly, shelf-friendly, family-friendly games to help expand the brand. Whether these were great ideas, they certainly helped like their optics at the time. You remember, early 90s is also the years of like the Senate committee hearings that lead to the ESA, ESRB, et cetera, Night Trap et al. And, one of the things Nintendo was able to have up their sleeve for that Senate hearing that they called, by the way, that they brought that to bear. They shopped around and found Senator Lieberman as a guy willing to take up that cause and take it to the Senate so that they could just slander Sega in open court. That's all Nintendo colluding behind the scenes to make that happen. And they had primarily, rather than like pushing the likes of a Mario is Missing, because I don't think it was out yet by the time Senate committee hearings had occurred, they were pushing Captain Novolin and Rhea Systems games at the time. We've played those. We've played the Rhea Systems catalog for Super Nintendo here on the show before, in a Rhea Systems Spectacular, whatever we called that theme night. But if they had these up the sleeve, they would have surely shown their flagship character Mario in these edutainment titles. And again, more on that. You can get more on that story from that Time Extension article. I wish I had just cribbed notes from that and had a full history section ready to go here, but maybe this will encourage people to read. Maybe this will encourage people in the audience to actually click through on one of our links. Anyway, that's all that game's history. We're gonna play it in a bit, but there is one more bit of history attached to Mario is Missing here. Maybe not intentional history, but probably the most important cultural touchstone this game left behind in its wake. This fucking guy. Johnny, what can you tell us
Yep.
about Weegee?
Mm-hmm. Yep. I did some research here. I'll admit most of this is coming from knowyourmeme.com's page on Weegee. But yeah, it's mentioned first found by a user named Monkey in Closet on the LUE Links forums, which is now known as End of the Internet, who then went on to make a vectorized version, which is the version you see here, and this ended up spreading to various message boards of the time, like some 4chan, DeviantArt, Newsgrounds. I was introduced to Weegee here when he eventually made his way to the YouTube Poop forums, which that's the YouTube Poop forums were the YouTube Poop forums to get around the copyright. And this guy had spread so far that straight up when he was gaining traction in that scene, I don't think the fact it was from an official Mario game, let alone Mario's Missing for Windows, was ever really known. So for a very long time, it somehow outgrew and outlived the origin of of this game to become like a huge meme character. It's just strange look.
It is because Mario, pretty big name, and the amount of like history around Mario, amount of documentation online, it's always been around. There's always been like Mario fan sites that you think someone would have spoke up at some point. I'm sure people did. I'm sure there were people who were aware of the source of this coming specifically from the DOS version of Mario's Missing. If you play the SNES or NES versions, those use more of like the Super Mario World art style.
Yeah.
They also play like fairly differently, so you don't get this Weegee that we're going to see
Yeah.
all
I
over
think
the
that
show
part
tonight.
I think that's partly what didn't help because those were the versions that people knew and were mostly like, if you're going to reference it, they would, because we're talking, 2007, 2008 internet, like people weren't doing much DOS emulation. It would have been like using SNES and loading up weird ROMs. So like the Super Nintendo versions of these Toolwork software games were the more infamous ones in those scenes.
I mean, DOS
Pro
bots
Striker
did
says-
exist, yeah, but go ahead.
Oh
Pro
yeah,
Striker
yeah,
says this
just
is
less
CDI.
people doing it. Yeah.
Pro Striker says this is CDI levels of drawing, but worse. To be clear, this is a redraw.
Yeah, to be
Yeah,
clear,
this
this
is
is a redraw.
Yeah.
And also, on the subject of CDI, we could have played Hotel Mario. It is possible to emulate the CDI, not anything that had to do with the digital video add-on for it, which, is most of the CDI games we'd want to play, barring the likes of Hotel Mario and 2 of the 3 Zelda games. But Johnny, you raised an interesting point as well about, emulation and how for the longest time people who were clipping Hotel Mario and the Zelda games, who were using those as sources for the YouTube poops, they weren't emulating CDI. Barely anyone was. And it was that, what was it?
Quebec Gamer.
Oh, yeah. Yep, that takes me back.
Yeah, because that was the watermark on all those YouTube poops for a very long time, because that was the only source that people had was the opening cutscene and the end cutscenes. And that was it for the longest time. It's funny to say that Angry Video Game Nerd contributed to YouTube poop culture by capturing more footage and uploading it in his reviews.
There is, I will say this, just on the state of CDI emulation, I think the best emulator going is this called CDI Emu. It is made by a guy who I believe was a Philips CDI game developer back in the day, who has made it sort of a passion project to get CDI emulation up and running. The problem is that it is closed source and that the releases for it are very sporadic and also timed to where like you can download it off of his website, but then the download will stop working past a certain point. And if he doesn't have a new version up and running and ready to go by that point, then you just don't have a CDI emulator anymore until he deigns to release a new copy. So it's definitely a little rough. Things could be a little better on that end. There should be some more traction, in my opinion. The CDI is a platform worth preserving. Even if the games are awful, they still deserve to be preserved in some capacity. And it would also be nice to have a accessible way of playing the likes of not just Hotel Mario and the two Zelda games, but that Zelda's Adventure game, the digitized graphic, top-down, more traditional style of Zelda game starring Zelda, and then other games on there that I would love to feature on the show someday. All things in due time, unless we just get an actual CDI here, an actual working CDI, and start plugging that into the mixer or whatnot and showing that shit off that way. But that was just a little brief on Weegee here. Now there's one more thing I want to show before we get to the game, and that's just the back of the box here. This is just the back of the CD sleeve for Mario is Missing Deluxe, and I just want to read this real quick because some of it tickled me. Deep within his snowbound hideaway, the fiendish Bowser is plotting to do away with Mario by turning up the heat all the way to barbecue. Does this spell meltdown for Mario? Find out with incredible full-motion video, beautiful high-resolution graphics, and a fully digitized soundtrack, all on CD-ROM. Listen to Bowser bark out his orders to 10,000 terrible turtles as they try to broil the tundra and liquidate Mario and the Mario Bros. Legend forever. Hear the Mario Bros. Talk back in a fully digitized soundtrack. The lone Luigi leaps in, but will he get cold feet? Only you can act fast and help him turn the tables on those reckless reptiles. While you're at it, visit many internationally renowned landmarks, take stunning high-resolution Super VGA photographs, and shoot incredible real-time video. Can you and Luigi save Mario and the world from a damp and dismal doom? Time is running out. Explore 25 exotic cities. Hear Luigi sing for the first time in public. Master mysterious maps, thwart thieving Koopas, interrogate not-so-innocent bystanders, endure entertaining examinations, and collect your just rewards and rescue that practically a popsicle plumber, Mario. So here's what's interesting about this to me besides the not-so-innocent bystanders, which I don't know how that factors into the game at all. There's like 4 bystanders that you talk to, copied and pasted across every environment in the game, and they just tell you what you need to know. I don't know what they mean by Luigi singing for the first time in public. I don't recall there being a big song and dance number at any point in this either. But I think this game here, this Mario is Missing, in addition to being the quote-unquote first game to star Luigi. I think there was a Game & Watch game prior to this, but, whatever. This is also the game that seems to establish Luigi as being a scaredy cat. I don't think that existed, really, up until this point. Unless it was on the Super Mario Bros. Super Show, which I don't really recall. I think he's just kind of like a dweeb, but he's not like, a coward in the same way that he is.
I don't know about that Japan OVA. I've never watched that. I don't know if that has any character
I
development.
think he's just like maybe a little less brave than Mario. Because I was watching like a clip before the show, and like Mario is the one trying to convince Luigi and Peach and Toad, like, hey, it's okay, come on up here with me. So like, no, maybe he's a little less brave than Mario, and they just start playing it up more and more as time goes on.
Yeah, people in chat saying, I think, hold on, I can't see the same chat that okay, there we go. It's that Retro says that Luigi pretended to have a baby to get out of a battle, so he was a coward. Maybe a little bit playing it up in the cartoon, but this is definitely the first video game, at the very least, to give him a character, to give these characters character, really, if you think about it. I mean, they ain't doing much to define them in the likes of Mario Bros. 1, 2, 3 at all. So, and we'll see it in the intro to this game. We'll see them establish it nice and early within the confines of this game. Okay. One last note, and I'm just going to toss this up on screen because we're going to be on screen for this one again, because I'm liking having us on screen during the duration of the game. And it's here where I'm going to make a bit of a confession. Guys, I'm pretty stupid. I talk a big game. I have a lot of vocabulary words, and I can sound authoritative. But when it comes to them book smarts, I'm not too bright, especially when it comes to my weakest subject. Even though I am passionate about like history, I am no good at geography. I am no good at all when it comes to like landmarks and cities, states, countries, continents. It's pretty bad. So, this game is entirely trivia about tourism in other countries and like cities, and famous landmarks in cities, and requires something of a working knowledge. Otherwise, that you can read little pamphlets they have in game that tell you what you need to know. It is educational, after all. They're not just leaving you hanging out there. But in the interest of having some sort of hook for this program, some sort of running theme or thread to keep the viewers engaged, I am going to attempt to solve the questions presented in this game, and we'll see just how bad I am at this. We will see just how much context I am missing here.
So I shouldn't interject to tell you what things are. Then
we'll figure out a flow. We'll figure out
Okay.
how this works at some point. If it's gonna like literally like sabotage the playthrough for me to just get shit wrong constantly, then we will cross that bridge and maybe you'll step in, or maybe we'll just read the goddamn pamphlets in game that tell you what you need to know. But I
that's
am
probably important.
gonna show my whole ass on this stream basically. So look forward to that, folks at home. All right. So we're gonna boot up DOS here. Yeah, I'm gonna opt for that sound blaster and get the show underway. I'm gonna shrink our avatars a little bit.
I think I know where Mario is. Oh, never mind, he's gone.
There he is. He's wearing his iconic hat.
Watch
There it
Mario's head here.
Oh!
The Exorcist.
Somewhere, deep in the frozen expanse of the South Pole, Bowser's brand new castle looms large. Deep within, the Chief Koopa hunches in his room of gloom, plugging in high-powered hairdryers. Soon, he will throw the main switch, melting snowballs from Stockholm to Sacramento. Thousands of penguins will be left homeless, while well-padded polar bears overheat. Hope is
What's the end goal of this plan?
ice runs.
What is this? What does this gain, Bowser? Is my question.
Oh, you're dragging. I'm practically a popsicle, Mario. Are we there yet?
But wait, it's those
Oh.
Pipe fitters from New York. This is a ray of hope. Well,
Please, they're from
there.
Brooklyn.
All I can see are turtle tracks. Luigi, what do you say we give a Bowser the old Brooklyn 1-2? The Brooklyn what? Hey, look it. There's his pad. But the walls are awfully high. Say, I left my toothbrush back in the Big Apple.
Can Mario persuade him to stay?
The weatherman predicts record high temperatures in the South Pole without those two.
Any second now.
They're actually just walking in place. The castle's coming towards them.
Going in, bro. Those crazy Koopas must have been stopped, or all this will sooner be puddles. Right. I'll watch the back door. Be way careful, Em. Bowser's one rascally reptile. And remember, don't take candy from strangers.
Good advice.
For the kids
I
at
was gonna say
home.
that.
See, educational. Wait, so is that...
Guess he took a wrong turn in there.
That actually happened.
These walls aren't so tall when you get up close.
Yeah, I don't know.
That does
I
it.
mean, it's not a stranger.
Going in.
Hi, Luigi. We figured you'd be coming by. Pity you're never gonna see your brother again. I don't even know which door leads to Mario.
Well, I'm just gonna go for you. I'm just gonna beat it out of you.
Nice try, plunger puss, but only fire can hurt me.
Well, I give up. Can we go? Can I just... Can I back out of this? No? All right. Which Koopa is this? Is this Iggy,
That's-
Roy?
Oh God, not
yeah,
Roy.
I've never kept track of them.
Guadalajara, we're off.
That one was Larry. Had to think for a sec.
So not developed in collaboration with Nintendo. They were kind of left to their own devices at the Software Toolworks to they played the games to have a point of reference, but otherwise.
Hello, Luigi. Mayor Frugnant's here. All right, I promise I've learned my lesson. Never send a cop to do a plumber's job.
Never send a cop.
And
What?
help me rid my city of those rowdy reptiles. Koopas are filching every landmark in sight. They're ruining me. I'll send you the newspaper so you can see what I mean. Good luck.
It's a PR nightmare.
By the way, Chet is saying, like, I did not expect that voice out of a Koopaling. You should hear the cut voice that they never use for this game for Lemmy Koopa, because he sounds like he's like the really like crazy looking one, because like, you know, Luigi, a smart guy like you ought to join up with the winners. While he has like rainbow hair and eyes pointing two different directions.
So welcome to Mario is Missing. Welcome to the game proper. It's a lot of this. Where am I?
A few American dollars will buy baseball hamburgers and mom's apple pie.
Yeah, that wasn't an answer to my question, smartass.
Okay, so the most important thing you can ask these not-so-innocent bystanders, according to the back of the box, is, hey, where's the nearest Koopa?
Now there's the Koopa south of here.
Great, so we'll go south. It is a lot of navigating around cities. Like I gotta cross here.
Gotta cross at the crosswalk. Gotta take the
Yep.
tiny... Whoops, well, never mind.
So
They say
that's...
take a tab, that don't mean that.
Yeah. That's one thing I do know about this game. You can't jaywalk.
Hey, Luigi, it's me again. I just overheard Bowser telling the Koopas how to use the taxi cabs in the cities. Find some of those yellow taxi tokens, then click on the big map to tell the driver where you want to go. Talk to you later.
You give up on your accent after like the first two
Yeah.
words.
Also, he gave up on spelling our name at the letter G there.
Louis,
You know, Luigi calls Mario M, so Mario's like, well, I'll drop one letter if you're dropping all the letters in my name. Where am I?
To be more specific, you're on the Pacific in the northern half of California.
This lady is my favorite voice actress in this game. She has a line later
Very-
that kills me every time.
Very authentic Californian accent there.
So we can navigate using this little compass here, which is the quickest way to navigate. And so we'll be using
nice.
that, or you can click on the edges of the screen here.
Yeah.
We
That's
are
actually a
in
lot better than
search-
the console versions.
We are in search of Koopas. So we'll just ask.
there's one.
Yep.
There's a Koopa south of here.
Okay.
Also,
I went
Oh.
south.
I swear that's from the Mario
There's a
learning game, that voice actor.
Wouldn't shock me. Okay, here's a Koopa. How do we defeat the Koopas? You click
click
on
on
them.
him.
Oh. That was pretty good.
And then they will drop landmarks. I think one of them drops the Golden Gate Bridge
Oh.
straight up. So
Well, that
how
was
they
a
fit that
pencil.
in their bag, in their plunder, remains to be seen. But we are collecting these valuable artifacts that they are stealing. How about you, kid?
Besides the golden
Yeah, that makes sense.
cable cars are the stars.
The cable cars are the stars.
Hey, kid, what's this I have?
I guess some downtown hound knocked the block off the Transamerica Pyramid.
I wonder if that kid stuck around in acting.
Okay.
I'm gonna say, because we're gonna hear me
Oh.
doing a voice a lot. In my mind, I have two options of doing a Luigi voice. One is scared Andrew Dice Clay, like, hey, Mario. Yeah.
northeast of here.
And I think I could maybe fake a little Charles Martinet, like, hey, Luigi time. But, like, that voice is not made for full-ass sentences. So, I'm just gonna go with this.
Goodbye. What'd you drop? Oh, a prisoner's uniform. That's irreplaceable. That's a,
You sure? I thought that was a baseball top or something.
No, it's Alcatraz. if memory serves.
Okay.
Speaking of, we are approaching the first of one of several hubs that we'll need to... Well, I'll ask him about the nearest Koopa first. Actually, no, I'll have him confirm what I have.
Alcatraz has been a prison from 1861 until 1963. The inmates really did wear what you got there.
The subtitles never match precisely.
Yeah.
The subtitles never match precisely. The Transamerica Pyramid closed due to theft. For information, call 4154. Remember that number. Now, I mentioned the pamphlets here. These tell you everything you need to know about the place in question, which is important. Also, I'm just realizing, age 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, all the way up through adult. This is where they ask you pornographic questions. Should we...
What happens?
I think it changes the trivia questions. Let's see if it changes what the pamphlet reads. That's going to be my indicator.
Same pamphlet.
Same pamphlet. What was the number? I already forgot the number there. 4154. Okay, let me make sure I have the pyramid selected. We go to our mobile phone.
What do you want?
And then you get a few different prompts here. We can ask, why is the pyramid closed today? And they will tell you what object is missing. Or if you have the object in question, or whatever item you have selected, you have to make sure you have the right item equipped. And then you can say, I want to return such and such an item.
You stole it? I'm calling the police.
And you think it would be enough that we have the thing. You think it would be enough that we have the priceless, immediately recognizable artifact in hand.
Yeah, well, look. You're gonna have to answer a few questions before I can assimilate your artifact.
What?
So they make you answer trivia questions to prove that you have the genuine article.
Yeah, it could be a fake.
Every single one of these.
The Transamerica Pyramid was completed in...
So, you can't cross-reference the pamphlet from this screen. They really expect you to read and to remember the details contained within. Assuming you're even playing, assuming you're even reading those. I think it was 1976. It was 1976 or 1972.
Yeah, one of the two.
Wait a minute. You're not...
Nope, it was 1972.
You're a fake. The real Luigi would know the right answer.
Real Luigi's a real fucking nerd.
So he's not worried about the top of the pyramid being fake. It's if you're if you're fake. I mean, looking at you, I don't blame him for assuming.
So let me just dial the number again. The line's busy. So to be able to do that again, you have to walk off the screen and back onto it. And now we can call the number again. You see this timer here? This 1322, that's time remaining in the stage. And every time you transition between screens or do certain actions, it takes some time off of that clock. So that is the penalty. That is the
What do you want?
tick and clock element.
Yeah, well, the pyramid is located...
Okay. On Columbus Avenue.
The Transamerica Pyramid...
And I'm going to say 72.
Hey, thanks, buddy.
There you go.
I've been looking all over town. The Honorable Mr. Mayor has asked me to give you this...
So these messages are interchangeable.
Good luck.
At the end, the rewards, depending on the character giving it to you. But they made a lot of this stuff very non-specific so they can reuse these character portraits and voiceovers from screen to screen. Hey, cash prize.
Oh boy, $1,600. Screw Mario, I'm going home.
Now,
buy me a Switch.
Who's that?
Certainly not the guy on the phone. But hey, open. And now we can take a picture. Yep, that's certainly the Transamerica Pyramid. Or alternatively, full motion video as advertised.
Mm-hmm.
And you watch it. It's these short-ass little loops.
Yeah.
These short-ass little MPEGs.
This is closer to the edutainment software I had messed with as a kid growing up at school, where they would have like digital encyclopedias like interactive museums, that kind of thing.
And we click out, and the screen re-expands. You notice
I
that
can't
was
believe
like
I had the whole
letterbox.
theater to myself. Oh, hey, Paul Rubens here.
No, Luigi, no! Don't rat on him. So now we go back to wandering around, hoping to run into another one of those innocent bystanders. Okay.
Well, innocent, yeah.
So this is the exit to the stage. And this bit's confusing as to how you get rid of this, because if you want to exit, you can just go through that pipe there. But to get rid of this guy, we can't click on him. We can't click on the pokey. This is just a radar that shows you where. So as you click things here, it'll show on the map. So if I didn't, find him on my own, I could have clicked that to activate on the map where he is. So what I need to do here, because Luigi is incompetent, he can't deal with this. We need to call in, we need to phone a friend. So we click this globe icon. Then we need to figure out where we are in the world.
I believe in you, Cass.
North America. And what they don't tell you is that depending on where you click in the United States, you either get Eastern United States or Western United States. They don't have a dividing line there. They just call it all United States, which is fucking aggravating.
That is bad, yeah.
Now, are we in San Fran or Los Angeles? Just say California and let me just... San Francisco. All right. Now we see Yoshi there, and I'm going to call Yoshi.
No.
And now he will slowly take care of this for us.
I don't like he gets longer when he gets down.
I don't like his feet. Oops.
Is that Danny Glover's voice?
So
Or Donald Glover?
the
Shit.
great Luigi? Ha ha! You'll never find Mario.
So that counts as us leaving early.
Yeah, I was wondering why
Yeah.
you were doing that.
I thought I would just clear the pokey and then be able to do it when I wanted to do it, leave when I wanted to leave.
Did that reset your progress in San Francisco, or?
I think it did. Huh?
Hello, Luigi. Mayor Fruit.
All right, same message as before. Now I think we just have Yoshi now. I think we can just... I don't know if this will make things faster, any? It does. It actually saves us time. Because Yoshi walks faster. You wouldn't know it to see it from watching the animation. But now it's only taking 2 minutes per screen transition.
Hey, Luigi, it's me again. I just...
Yeah, I heard you the
leave.
first time, Mario.
There's a Koopa northwest of here.
So
Thanks,
that's
Mario.
the gameplay. That's the gameplay loop. More or less. There's occasional bits of voice acting that will crack us up, hopefully. And then hopefully my lack of tourist trivia will also provide some measure of amusement. I'm going to activate
I do
all these
find
things.
it fascinating that so far, most of the sprites have actually been... aside from
Yoshi.
weird front-facing Yoshi here, yeah.
Oh, avoid
But
that.
they're mostly on brand besides the Mario and Luigi ones. That's where they really took the liberty with the look.
East of here.
As if Scuba doesn't count because he's filing off screen.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on.
Yeehaw!
But there's one right in front of you.
Where?
Me. Say something nice?
Full voice
Okay,
acting.
minimum-
Mostly voice
Yeah,
acting.
minimum, this actually does seem a lot better than the console ones I'm more familiar with. They seem to have like way more awkward controls.
Yeah, easier to get around for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the power of mouse and keyboard. Or just mouse in this case.
SNES had a mouse.
Yeah, but nothing
Kind of.
fucking used it.
There's a Koopa southwest of here.
Oh, thank you, kid, for the hot tip. So I think probably the best way to play is wander around, see if you can get any Koopas by providence, just by luck, by stumbling into them. But otherwise, be asking the people about the nearest.
So no, what are
Koopa.
those little walkie-talkies with the person icon on them for? What's
So
that do?
these will show you on the map where the nearest
Oh.
pedestrians are. It's like you basically like are able to keep track of them.
Yeah, people
Same for the
trackers.
Koopas,
Okay.
same for the Pokey.
And you don't have to show it off now if it'll screw something up, but why are you picking up tiny taxis?
So we can fast travel. So if you're pressed for time, or if there are things that are inaccessible on foot,
Koopa southeast of here.
you can just click on the broader map here and use that to like basically like teleport. And so we will have to do that because I don't think you can actually get to Alcatraz on foot, for an example. The directions,
Not that attitude.
the directions that people give you suck. They where they tell you like the Koopas, they will bounce you. You'll have like a person on this screen say, "Oh, there's a Koopa east of here," so you go east, and you'll ask someone on this screen, "Hey, have you seen any Koopas, sir?" "Oh, well, thank you." And they'll say, "Hey, there's a Koopa west of here," because the Koopas are always moving. The Koopas are always moving. As you move from screen to screen, they too move. And so the problem with that is that the directions are never accurate for more than like a second.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I haven't seen any Koopas in the vicinity.
So there's 4 items. We've collected all 4 of them at this point, so now we don't got to worry about the Koopa hunt. In fact, now we can just clear the stage, assuming my knowledge holds up. The Transamerica Pyramid. There's only so many questions they have ready to go.
Yeah, well, the pyramid is located.
So, you know, if you knew it the
and
first
they changed
time,
the position on the screen.
it changed the position, and I think it does change out some of the fake answers, the wrong answers.
The Transamerica. Hey, thanks, buddy. We've been looking.
That's supposed to be like the little dinosaur guys from Super Mario World. I don't know why they
Look
drew
like
them
that.
dirty like that. Yeah.
All right, we have another booth here. Hey, what's this?
Without that foghorn, the Golden Gate Bridge can be a sailor's nightmare.
Hey, lady, what's your accent supposed to be?
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Hop.
the cable car. Let me quickly. I'll speed read this one. Clay Street, 1873. I noticed, like, my brain just hones in on what I think the key
Numbers.
details are going to be. 6-ton car, 9 miles per hour, a gripsman, breathtaking, San Francisco. Remember the state we're in, or city we're in. Fuck. 37 cars on 3 separate lines covering 17 miles of track. I bet that's wildly outdated at this point. What was the phone number again? God damn it. What do we think? Probably the bell, because it's the bell man or the ringer man or
Yeah.
whatever they said.
Ding, ding, ding goes to Crawley.
Well, he's happy to see
Hey,
us.
Toad.
I want to return the cable car bell.
Would you mind if I asked you a few questions first? I
Why are
have
you a
to make
robot?
Sure you're the real Luigi.
It's interference on the phone. He's on his cellular.
The first cable cars ran up which street?
Well, that'd be Clay Street.
In 1964, the cable cars.
Ooh.
That wasn't a question. That's just a statement.
Yes, this is reading comprehension. And I did not comprehend. This is not one of the details I saw fit to remember. It's one of these two. I think I would have remembered the San Francisco Marathon if they said it.
Yeah.
You, Mr. Luigi.
Yes.
We've
Oh,
been
there you
looking
are.
all over town.
Yeah, I would have guessed wrong.
Mayor has asked me to give you this reward. I hope you find Mario soon.
I hope so too, little buddy. All right, time
I
for
don't. I'm making a killing off of this.
Get bent.
Oh yeah.
Thanks.
I
one
would
to
have
take a
said
photo
this
of.
next time I'm pissed off at Mario. What's the video? Does it cost time to walk in there and walk out?
Well, it says 7:59 when first we cleared the trivia and stepped outside.
Coming right for us!
Amball Gang asking to rewind. No, this is DOS, DOS box specifically, so not an option for us here. No, it does not waste time.
All right, good.
Okay.
No, I don't know if I've ever ridden like a proper cable car. Not one like that.
Oh, we
So
got
you-
streetcars around here. That used to be how I got home.
So you see this eye up here, that's going to be Alcatraz, obviously Alcatraz Island, and there's just no way to get there from foot.
Whoa!
Oh!
I think I might have the cycles set too high. I could try to
All right,
lower
your fare
the
is 2
cycles.
cents.
I hope so. That gave me a panic.
Alcatraz is closed due to theft. Funny, you know, there could have been a prison where they could have.
Yeah, I hear they're gonna reopen this place any day now.
Yeah. Alcatraz, Spanish word for pelican, and pelicans were the island's first inhabitants. 1861, shark-infested waters. At least, I think I know about Alcatraz. I think I actually do know about Alcatraz enough from having watched
You've
like
seen
The Rock and Escape from Alcatraz, Clint Eastwood classic. What I don't remember is the fucking phone number. I'm never gonna remember the phone numbers for more than 2 seconds.
Yeah?
Donkey Kong.
Oh, right.
No, that's my father.
Yes, bud. We've been robbed, and we ain't reopening until we get unrobbed.
Goodbye.
Now I have to leave the screen, or
Yep, I have to.
That's so rude. He just. Oh yeah, I'm gonna hang up by the way. Hey, I wasn't done.
Wait,
I wasn't done.
line
talking
is
to you.
busy.
Yeah, you
that's
got.
what I said. You have to leave the
bet.
screen now because you did anything other than.
If only the music was super sped up to match.
I don't think his eyes are moving the same way all the time there.
That's just how good a driver he is.
Yeah?
So we burned through a lot of time taxiing back and
Yes.
forth. So I really want to get this right.
Okay, but I gotta ask you a few questions. We've been getting a lot of treasure hunters around here lately.
Treasure hunters? Sure.
Alcatraz's famous nickname.
Shark Chow. Wait, no.
Alcatraz means what in Spanish? At last!
There you go.
We've been looking all over town.
I guess we'll have to test, but I'm not sure how your difficulty
Rich
picker changed
Reward.
pins.
Yeah, neither am I at this point.
Good luck finding that Mario guy.
How does everyone know Mario's kidnapped? This happened like 5 minutes ago. I guess it's national news.
He obviously still has his
Yeah.
phone, so he's just like posting about it on social media.
Yeah, there you go.
All right. Let's just fast travel over to the Golden Gate. Oh, wait, I didn't check the. I'll remind me to go back to Alcatraz so we can check the cool sizzle reel for Alcatraz.
Yeah.
Golden Gate Bridge 4151. Although more of an orange color than its name suggests. World's most famous bridge, 1937, 4 years, 4,200 feet long, 36.5. There's a lot of fucking numbers here. I really hope it doesn't get super granular to the extent that I fear that it will. Foghorns.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to call them out on that. There ain't no songs about the Golden Gate Bridge falling down all the time.
How can I help you?
Peach, what are you doing working this fucking phone line for the Golden Gate Bridge?
I forgot how breathy her voice is in this.
Okay, Luigi. But before I can give you the reward, I have to ask you a few questions.
Okay, ask away.
The Golden Gate Bridge was built in...
Oh, fuck.
Not gonna help you unless you tell me to help you.
37?
We'll try it.
The Golden Gate connects San Francisco to...
Oh, I absolutely didn't pay attention to this bit. I was paying attention to the numbers. My mind
It
went
connects
right
it to the
numbers.
open ocean. Just goes directly into the sea. You drive
Yep.
there when you're done with
It's either
life.
Marin County or Oakland. Okay, obviously I got that, but also Peach mid-frame. She stopped mid-frame here, so she's you gotta be stoned to work a phone line like this. I tell you. Oh my god.
I don't know
I
the
know.
answer to this one, actually.
I'm pretty sure it's Oakland. I don't know why.
Well, I see Pro Striker 92 in chat saying Marin County.
Oh, thank you, Luigi.
Ah,
We've been looking all over town.
I don't know why.
The mayor has asked me to give you this reward. Thank
Going for like a Betty Boop thing with her,
you for finding Mario.
Yeah.
which I knew is itself rooted in a very
Helen Kane.
yeah. Thank you.
Oh, the
Okay, so
Bay
I took a
Bridge. Okay.
I took a screenshot of that just so I could cross-reference if need be after the fact.
You've saved our...
That's not part of the information they gave.
Thank you.
Oh, so that's probably what the adult.
And say hi to Mario when you find him.
What's with her eyes?
Little frowny face, little emojis
Yeah,
on
she's
there.
got little emojis for eyes. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, nowhere in that pamphlet was where does the bridge connect to.
boring bridge.
That's not even entertainment at that point. That's just hope you have your own encyclopedia to check.
I wonder if you're supposed to go to people on the street with the item, ask what is this, and they would give you a little information.
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
that's absolutely it. There's absolutely additional context you can glean from conversation. Yeah, it's certainly a fucking bridge. And I can sell
you
it
wanted to go to
you,
Alcatraz
too.
before you left?
Yeah, I do. What if you ran out of taxis? I guess you could just leave the stage and come back. I guess is the idea of it. Yeah, that's Alcatraz. I want them to show us a prison shanking here. And here's some archival footage from inside of Alcatraz.
License clips of The Rock.
It's Sean Connery. It's a sick gunfight. Can I capture that? Get a photo of this.
I skated in that water tower.
All right. I'm going to use up my last taxi to... Or I guess I have a spare taxi if need be.
Yeah.
All right, Yoshi, do your disgusting thing.
Blow.
Blow.
Blow. Blow.
Blow.
Oh, I sure hate watching you do that, Yoshi. Anyway, see you later.
No plumbers behind that door.
Well, let me increase the cycles again.
Try another. The wrong door has many handles, plumber dude.
I got stuttery. Really pushing DOS to its limits here. Well, nothing to it but to do it. Where in the world will we land next?
This is just a bathroom. Finally. Music? Okay. Can't hold that phrase for that long.
So take a guess where we are.
Russia.
I wouldn't know the city.
Welcome, Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Smutnikov here. Look around you. All the stuff worth a ticket of admission is missing. Check the newspaper I sent to your notebook.
Yeah, Russia and the post-Soviet Union, big on tourism.
I feel that Koopas are behind it. The police don't have much on these guys except that they're small and shrewd and very, very slow. Can you retrieve the goods?
If they're very slow, I mean, send the fucking Spetsnaz after him. I mean, this is not a job for me.
Hope you brought lots of Pizza Hut.
What's this do?
Yeah, I was about to ask, actually.
This is a present from me to you.
Blahas, thank you for the cheer. We have not found Mario yet, but we
know
hope
where
to
he is,
soon.
though. He does have his phone on him, and he's calling us. Saying, like, hey, I'm in the castle.
Speaking of, this
That's
is
why
world news.
everyone knows.
See?
Yeah.
The famous Brooklyn plumber. They're really hammering home that Brooklyn thing. I guess this is a game about geography.
Is he famous for being a plumber? They didn't
Yeah,
say,
that's what they know him for.
They didn't say, like, famous princess saver or anything. They said famous Brooklyn plumber.
Moscow's most memorable mementos are missing. Oh, I love the alliteration. You know I'm a sucker for alliteration. Comrades, sit up and take notice. In this round of the ice-cold war, Moscow's monuments are coolly being snatched up one by one, disappearing without a trace. Our hottest tip is a slimy, Koopa-sized shell print in the snow. Pictures follow.
Cold War's over, mate.
So they actually tell you, if you read this, they just tell you straight up what the scene of the crime and what the artifact is, so you don't need to ask those questions.
I mean, okay, post-collapse, so I was like, why are they offering reward money? Should just be your duty as a citizen.
Now, we could keep walking around as Weegee, but that does take more time, as established.
Hold up, wait. I wasn't paying enough attention. I'm looking at chat. They stole Lenin's corpse?
I don't think they stole Lenin's body. I think they robbed Lenin's tomb, but I think it's like some other object, because I think it'd be a little too morbid, even for this game. I'm going to call in Yoshi. I'm going to say that we're in the former Soviet republics. I think that's a safe bet. I'm going to say probably Russia.
But what part of Russia? Left or right?
Ooh,
It's
that's a
big.
good question. I have no idea whether it's left or right.
Yeah, that's
Well, it's definitely not
that's
right.
a problem.
I was gonna say it's left.
Moscow. All right, now we can get around a little bit quicker.
The left side of Russia is like Moscow and like St. Petersburg and Leningrad and all that. Right side of Russia is sadness.
I think it's pretty sad all over.
Sorry, Russians.
There we go.
Love that sound cue.
Hey, little bro. Bowser says he's got you right where he wants you. I don't know what he's planning, but I'm worried.
Russia's in collusion with Bowser.
Around
This Cold War's about to heat up.
Right.
I better go before Bowser...
We got Luigi right where we want him. Moscow.
Yes, Comrade Bowser. We have the plumber.
I don't know what the statue is there. I didn't realize they had so many copies of it in Moscow.
Yeah, well, we can't read the placard to see what it's
Yeah.
about, so it is a mystery.
Now, just like Alcatraz, I've also skated around Moscow, so hopefully that knowledge will come in handy.
Oh, and I'm sure it'll come in clutch.
I wonder if you can ask Steven Seagal for any help if you can find him around here.
Yeah, he'll be our ambassador, our goodwill ambassador. Where's the nearest Koopa?
The Koopa northeast of here.
He won't be for long, so I'll check this screen. Consult.
Koopa southeast of here.
Well, make up your mind, kid.
It's probably more than one Koopa.
There's a Koopa southeast of here.
Probably more than one kid. What's this? The Moscow Metro. Nope, that's not the piece we have. Alright, I'm hoping to get that southeast Koopa.
What are you doing here, lady?
Russia, Soviet Union. When Pushkin comes to shove, Moscow is a place to love.
See what I mean?
Transferred over here.
See what I mean by she's my favorite lady in this game? She's my favorite voice actress in this game. She delivers an all-time classic later in the game.
It's a name game. First it was Russia, then the Soviet Union. Now it's Russia again.
I can imagine George Costanza or like Kramer saying that.
Pokey.
It's madness, Mario.
What? Why did I hear someone go, Pokey?
Because I got the Pokey radar, so I can locate Pokey.
Oh.
We've got ourselves a ballerina. That's
Just the legs.
So you see the black spots are places we have not traveled to, so that's a good sort of way to find like more of the radar pieces.
Did the Koopas?
Oh, okay.
Did the Koopas steal the concept of ballet?
There's no more dance left in Russia, not until...
From Moscow, you can ride the Trans-Siberian Railway, 5,800 miles through 2 continents.
Oh,
unfortunately, they only play that one goddamn Christmas song throughout the entire ride.
Yeah. Is that the train from the movie From Russia with Love? Is that the line that's on?
Maybe. I'm just thinking of the Stalin subway, another classic, a bad game. Classic to me. St. Basil's Cathedral.
Yeah, you have that bit, I think.
1555. Duke Ivan III.
Duke Ivan III.
Ivan the Terrible. The Strange and Wonderful Church. Man, they're just saying whatever they want to say here. Holy Fool is the name for a saint in Russia. Onion domes. 16th century. 8 dome-topped chapels. Okay. Give me that phone number one more time. Let's see who picks up. I bet it's going to be someone Russian. Let me have the right thing selected first.
Yes.
How can I help you?
Peach, are you a collaborator? Are you a
Comrade-
communist?
Comrade Peach? Hell yeah.
Let me hear her.
Oh, Luigi, we've been burgled. We can't reopen until our artifacts are recovered. Goodbye.
Can you do it scratchier? Lady in the booth, can you do it even more sultry? For the kids.
Burglarized. How can I...
Hi, Chihuahua, that's one hot mama.
Okay, Luigi, but before I can give you the...
Yeah, sure, ask away. Fuck!
Should have read. Should have been reading.
I tried. I was trying. I read the numbers. But I forgot them. So That's where we're at.
Wow, she's beautiful.
Look at this freeze frame we have on her, by the way.
Yeah, no, it's the same one every time. It's the least flattering thing they could have done to Peach.
Yeah.
They just need to color these in a little bit more red, and just
makes her look annoyed with you.
How many feet high?
Yeah, I don't think it's 234.
I'm gonna say 199.
Hey, wait a minute. You're not the real Luigi.
The fuck?
Luigi would know the right answer.
The real Luigi is a.
You want me to give you a hint from that question?
Well, I mean, I blew it. So, second time's the charm.
So you want me to give you a hint for future reference?
If I ask for it, yes.
Okay.
How can I help you?
Luckily, Peach is so stoned out her gourd, she has a short-term memory. She doesn't remember that we just fucked up.
But before I can give you the central structure is how many feet high?
Was this the same question or did they ask about a different thing last time?
No, it's the same question.
Is it 107 feet high?
Actually, what I'm curious about is... I could see it either being... Okay. So, it's shorter than 199, but I don't think it's 107. So it depends on what they're counting. The main structure...
37 would be nothing. 37 wouldn't be
37
impressive.
is nothing.
Yeah.
I don't think it's 234. I think that's too big. I think my process is 107.
Holy fool.
Yeah.
What?
Saint.
Yep. Yeah. I see Pro Striker 92 in chat mentioning Wikipedia says 156. So, who knows?
That makes sense.
Because I knew, just like top of my head, I knew it was like less than 200 feet, but like 107 seemed real small.
Well, Yoshi can't come to the theater with us? He's basically our service dog.
All it says, it's about one cathedral tall.
Oh, thank you. That is the correct answer. It's
Okay, why is this even a video?
They went on vacation.
Smuggle out.
Yeah.
Full motion my ass. I'd rather be full screen.
They had to pretend like it was just a single image instead of a video so they could get it out of there.
I should probably activate. Oh, I can give chase to that fucker. North. Oh wait, no, look.
Nope, that's not how that road works.
So
although
okay, here's the problem. Because my icon's there, let me go south. No, it's just that N covers the fact that these don't connect. This is two separate roads. You have to go. Oh, that's bad. I don't like that one fucking bit. I'll collect these taxis, though.
Oh, there he is.
I might get a 2-for-1 special. There might be one still to the north of us. We got that guy.
Who is that? Is that Russian Gaiski?
Oh, wait, no, this was the screen. Okay.
Thank you for rescuing me, comrade.
Luigi, hero of the Soviet Union. After today.
Oh, there he is.
Hey, have you seen a Koopa around? Oh, hey, it's him. We rescued him. It's Mario.
You rescued Maroon 5? What is...
Oh, no, they can have them.
Oh,
Russia
right.
can fucking keep them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll fucking hand that one back happily.
What even is that M supposed to represent?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Moscow Metro.
That's a... Oh,
yeah. Oh, okay.
No matter who you are, Moscow has been the capital of the Soviet Union since 1918.
I know people in chat have been saying Focus M because of that recent video going around. And believe me, it's funny. It's still funny to me. Lenin's tomb. I'm going to read this one. Just a little bit of history for our fucking viewers out there. In 1917, Vladimir Lenin led the Communist Revolution, which took power from the royal family and put it in the hands of the Communist Party. Lenin became a popular hero. His tomb sits beside the Kremlin in Red Square. Although Russia is no longer a communist nation, the symbol of the old communist government decorated every public building, every official uniform, and the Soviet Union's flag. That symbol was a crossed hammer and sickle atop a 5-pointed star. A little bit of history for Fokin.
Surprised that wasn't super negative. Surprised there wasn't like, yeah, and he sucked. Commie pig.
Yeah?
Hey, Donkey Kong, what can you tell me about Lenin's tomb? Yeah, I just wanna...
I'm gonna waste a couple minutes, but...
Like the sign says, bud, we've been robbed, and we...
Yeah, it's same dialogue, but it's the guard's hat pin, so that's how
Yeah,
you can
yeah.
confirm if you need to what you're returning. But also, you know, we're good on time.
That reminds me, you asked, okay, so why is Marion known as a famous plumber and not a famous princess savior? Because he hasn't saved princesses in the world. He saves them in the Mushroom Kingdom.
Okay.
So there he's famous as a princess savior. But here he's just a plumber.
Now, lucky for me, I know this shit.
What was the symbol of communist Russia?
That'd be a hammer and sickle.
Land.
The bread lines. Bread lines was one of the possible answers. That's how they sneak it in. That's how they sneak their little diss in.
Hey, good luck, Mike.
Good job, comrade.
Guy.
By the way, we'll have some pamphlets to give out at the end of the stream chat, so...
Cool. This is a cool, a little memento from when we went to Lenin's tomb.
I took this photo right before they threw me in a gulag.
In case you wanted to see that still animated. Show us the corpse. Show us the body. Oh, we already did that landmark. Let's see if the Russian cab driver's any different. Nope. No dash cam either, so not a real Russian driver, if you ask me. All right, let's see where this is. The ballet. Russian dance companies are accepted stars of the 20th century ballet. 1776, Alexander Gorsky. One of the most important people in the ballet world. I don't know if you knew that or not, but... See, it's 2,000 ballet fans built in 1856.
All of them, and with room for in case some more come around.
All right, who runs the ballet? Peach?
Hello, Mr. Luigi.
No, we already saw Peach.
Would you mind if I asked you a few? Bolshoi is a city, a ballet troupe, and...
What Russians say after you sneeze. Ah! Okay, city, ballet troupe, and the name of the theater.
Alexander Gorsky is said to have introduced what into ballet?
It's definitely not comedy.
Dancing.
It's definitely not dancing, because that is what ballet is.
It's realism.
Thank you, Mr. Luigi. We've been looking all over town. The mayor has asked me to give you this reward.
Yes, okay. Now this I'm interested to see. Maybe we'll see some fucking dance here. Okay, this is the outside of the building. This is not promising for us seeing actual ballet as we attend the ballet here. All right, and this is the part where you cut inside and show us the ballet. No. You had one fucking job, and that is to smuggle a camera inside the Bolshoi Ballet and get us some sick ballet footing.
I'll definitely say, yeah, on the reward factor, because as someone who did mess with one of those like interactive encyclopedias, the reward was kind of like that. Oh, you're getting to see all this footage of this historical stuff, and yeah, you don't get much of that.
Some museums in the Moscow Metro. The metro was built in 1935 by the dictator Joseph Stalin and is still the fanciest underground train system in the world. Of course, there's not much competition. Each entrance is marked with an enormous red M. Oh, what do you know? We got one of those. How convenient.
I do hear they are really fancy.
By the way, in case you were curious, you can use the numro but not the numpad to mistype the numbers here.
What do you want?
I want to return the Moscow Metro M. I'm done using it.
You're gonna have to add the metro will take you.
So they didn't mention this on the fucking pamphlets, but I just know I just have to know it runs.
The metro is the Russian
comedy club.
Metro.
Subway system.
Hey, thanks, buddy.
Softballs from this guy.
Over town.
Yeah.
Oh, I think we're about to get personally thanked by I don't know who.
Gorbachev himself.
You've saved our city from the Koopas, and the people are grateful. Thank you, good luck, and goodbye. And say hi to Mario. Bye.
By the way, we are no longer in Cold War, so we are now going to enter a age of harmony and peace with North America that will hopefully last forever.
I do like the way it went, good luck and goodbye. It's just like, yep, you're done. You can leave now.
It's coming right for us. Again, folks, check out the Stalin Subway. It's a first-person shooter. That's all you need to know.
That's not a red M, though.
Well, you know, it lights up at night. It's the same way our neon signs, they always like end up losing charge and just going dark. All right.
Mario, when did you turn to a building? Mario?
I'm a stone, Luigi. All right, Yoshi, do your disgusting, horrible, sickening thing. Really savor it.
But you know, though, Yoshi's skin's very thin. I can feel every single spike on my ass as he eats them.
No plumbers behind that door?
That's a spicy meatball!
Try another. The wrong door.
What happens when you run out of time? Because you're running low on... Well, it's going to go up a little bit, I guess.
It resets between worlds.
Although, what does happen when we run out of time?
Good question.
God, this front-facing Luigi's even more terrifying.
Yeah, what if this had become the Weegee? Think about it, why don't you? I'm glad I have the archives here in case you ever want to call back on.
That's nice. Yeah.
Are we 3/5 of the way through the game already? Possibly not.
Surely not.
Oh no.
Didn't reset all the way. You're like 1248.
Oh, I kind of dread picking up this phone. I'm gonna be honest with you.
It's gonna be Peter Sellers on the other end.
Thanks for coming, a big guy. Mamak Chen here. The town is upside down. Nothing is where it's supposed to be. All our biggest attractions are closed because what was once worth looking at is lost. I've sent you a copy of today's paper. Just to look at those headlines. Plus.
Run, coward.
The only saving grace is it was such a bad attempt at the accent, it was almost its own thing.
Well, in world news, the Have to Have It hairdryer hotline company, the HHHHC, they reported record earnings. Is Bowser juking the stock market? Is that his plot?
Yeah, the Dow! The Dow's over 50. Well, not anymore. Whoops.
Ratchet Koopa robbery has taken the city by storm. Some of the city's finest, most valuable historical artifacts. Which city, though? The main monk at the Temple of Heaven says he saw a lime green turtle with a giant shell on a turbo-powered skateboard make out with a Hall of Good Harvest. The entire hall? That's quite a haul there. Yeah. Scene of crime. The Forbidden City. Great Wall of China. Just a single stone from the Great Wall. That's it. It's just one stone. The whole thing fucking collapses unless we... Tiananmen Square.
That helps.
Yeah.
Monument to the People's Heroes. And
I'm headphones noticed that there's a weird constant humming as soon as you got here. Is it the computer?
No, this soundtrack, this CD soundtrack does have like humming and weird like tones that play. I'm gonna guess Asia.
Yeah. What part of Asia?
I'm going to guess China.
All right. What city in China?
Yeah.
Okay, what city has?
Come on, you know
what
this.
city has Tiananmen Square in it?
Yeah. Hong Kong.
No, not quite.
No,
I know because Hong Kong was the English territory, and then they sold it in. But okay, yeah.
What is like? I don't know how to describe this.
It's Beijing or Shanghai. Oh, you know what? I know this, and it's I am Headful is right. It's the only way I remember it, and I fucking hate. I'm gonna say this out loud. It's gonna be so fucking embarrassing to admit this, but the name of the song that plays in Hong Kong '97, Kowloon Kurosawa's masterpiece, is I love Beijing Tiananmen.
There you go.
See, I knew you knew this.
Kowloon Kurosawa, finally good for fucking something. Fucking racist ass, nasty ass piece of shit. Check out the Miniskirt Police on PS2, his other game. It also sucks. He sucks. Anyway, we got Yoshi, so now we can make good time at least. Beep beep is the sound of the Jeep.
Oopa.
Now, I am kind of glad that they don't localize the pedestrians, the bystanders, to each region, because that could have been especially dicey. But hey, it's our favorite lady.
Hey, yo, you're on Chang'an Avenue, Beijing's main street.
That's a good hint.
That would have helped. That would have come in handy. Oh, you see? I went east, Koopa went west.
So something we haven't talked about, but, you know, we have to bring up is just how weird it is that Nintendo, in this, like, early 90s period, actually were licensing out their properties quite a lot. I know the CDI stuff was kind of, you know, out of their hands. Because
yeah, this is good to talk about, yeah.
Yeah, you know, they cut Panasonic out of that whole deal. But even just doing these edutainment games, and I don't know the name of it, but it's the one where you can play Go Fish with Mario, and it's like Charles Martinet's first performance.
Mario's Game Gallery, something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah, no, it was a smart move, all things told. It let them get into a market that they weren't traditionally developing for. I mean, they could have. I mean, there's no reason why Nintendo couldn't have, you know, just like had people on their teams, their development studios learn. I mean, I'm sure some of them knew DOS anyway. I'm sure they just knew from like having computers that they could have designed stuff for PC. But you know, there were people who were already qualified to do that, and they weren't gonna, like, you know, put much effort into marketing these anyway. They just kind of wanted to have them for the prestige of it, honestly. At least when it comes to the edutainment stuff. When it comes to Philips, you know, that's obviously, not to relitigate what I'm sure is like hackney trivia by this point, but you know, they had the whole arrangement with Philips where they fucked over Sony, you know, to make the CD add-on peripheral for the SNES, and that eventually gives way to the Philips CDI, and as a make good on the fact they didn't just design it as a peripheral for the SNES, they said, okay, as a gesture of goodwill and towards, you know, some sort of working relationship between us,
what do you want?
Here, let's let you license our characters so you can have some fucking killer apps on your console. But like, as far as like stuff outside of that, and just like the amount of licensing that was going on to this like complete like random third-party studios. I mentioned Sonic Schoolhouse earlier. It's just a way to say that you're making something for that market. You don't have to put it on your consoles. You don't have to like write about it in your magazines. It can just be out there in the ether, and people don't even have to buy it. It's just like literally just for like the sight of it.
Hey,
well, you mentioned that.
That's the wrong artifact. Come back if you find what we need.
I was going to mention, when you were doing the history section, we were looking at the Wikipedia article. Nintendo Power, I think it was Nintendo Power, one of the Nintendo magazines, gave the Super Nintendo version of this game very high praise from the looks of it.
So
it's
the
like
Temple of
80 out
Heaven,
of 100.
The Temple of Heaven, it's not missing the Heavenly Gate. I just assumed those two things would go together. Like, through context clues, I assumed that those two were. But apparently not.
But yeah, I just find it fascinating because, you know, after this kind of brief period of doing it in the 90s, Nintendo really closed the door on that.
Well, because
like,
the
letting other
reputational damage
companies-
that they could have incurred, because they realized that it was actually smarter to keep a tight rein on this stuff and carefully curate their brand image.
It's now called the People's Republic of China.
Thanks, kid.
Kids, where's your parents? What are you doing here?
Yeah, I've been skipping and hopping between continents.
By the way, the Heaven's Gate is a like mountain.
Ah, okay. It's also a death cult, but
It's now called the...
Yes, I know.
That's my bit of trivia. That's my bit of it's kind of historical knowledge I'm bringing to the table here.
Some real 90s kids knowledge.
Great Wall of China is closed. You see, we're missing a single rock, so we had to shut the entire fucking thing down. Say something
about
nice.
The Great Wall of China.
Well, it kept the Huns
great.
out, as I'm to understand it.
I don't think it did, actually.
It's visible from outer space. That's pretty cool. Okay, something nice about the game while I read this. You two come up with this. I'm going to crack down on this.
Okay. Aside from some of the voices they're doing for the mayors, that they at least seem to be trying to pay some respect to these different cultures, and they're going all over the place.
Red line.
Different stuff. It's nice. Obviously, they're not doing amazing.
Yeah? Okay. How long is the Great Wall?
It's one of these two. Shit! That's how bad my short-term memory is. I know it started with a 3, and there was a 9 in it. I memorized 2 of the 4 digits. I remember where one of them goes.
I like this
that
the
is correct. Well, I mean,
version in there as well.
You're right that there was a 3 and a 9 in it.
Yeah, but you see how that doesn't help necessarily at this point.
Oh.
Another fake.
Fuck.
Would it truly be great if it was only 3,600?
Yeah, it's those extra 300 feet that really make the difference. I already forgot the phone number too. Fuck. Ooh, it's delayed. It's missing inputs. It had one job to know when I'm pressing the button on the phone.
Yeah, okay. When did the building of the wall begin?
Ooh, fuck, I forgot this too.
All right, this should be pretty easy if you kind of like logic this out, right? Because it's very ancient history.
It's one of these two. It's 5th century BC or 39, 40.
I'll say, what is the difference between those two options?
About 3,500 years.
No, that's
not what I mean.
Difference.
What is different about those two options?
One of them says century, the other one doesn't.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
This doesn't help me at all. It's.
I get what you're saying, Sharky. Okay.
So it's either 500 BC or 3,946 BC.
But one of them is very specific, right? And we're talking about ancient history. BC history. Would they know the exact year, do you think?
Who's to say? They weren't.
Well, they wouldn't know. So
5th century is what you're telling me is 5th century
Yes.
BC.
Yes.
How long is the Great Wall?
I don't even remember what I answered last time.
You said 36 last time, so
Okay.
you're on the correct one right now.
At last! We've been looking all over.
$1,225 for that.
Mayor has authorized me.
Yeah, I'll take that as a fucking check, please. Hey, what do you got to say about China?
Chinese culture is extremely ancient. 3,000 years old or more.
Or more.
yeah, definitely more than that. That's a very conservative estimate.
What do you got to say?
Peeking into my guidebook, I see I'll need chopsticks and a pocket full of yuan. Excuse my Mandarin.
You weren't speaking in Mandarin, bud.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'll take the Koopa radar.
Now there's a Koopa southeast of here.
You don't say. Oh, he just crossed us.
Yeah. Also, as a negative, though, I'm getting the impression from our chat, mainly from Post-Strike and I2, that some of these facts are not quite right.
How so?
The height of this main part of the church in Moscow apparently wasn't quite right, and the estimate for when the Great Wall of China was first built was apparently more broad than they suggested.
The thing with the cathedral was it could have been phrasing, because it said, the central structure.
Yeah.
I don't know if that included, the dome or not.
Mm-hmm.
Gateway of Heavenly Peace. Alright, so I'm going to assume this is the place where the Gateway of Heavenly Peace should go. Its base is a plaque inscribed Mao Zedong's words using his personal Chinese characters. That's our Heavenly Gate. Also, I realized I forgot to check the Great Wall of China, so we'll do that before we leave the continent. 8614. Numero.
Hello, Mr. Luigi. Uh-oh, that's the wrong thing, Luigi. Come back if you find what we're looking for.
The fucking pamphlet said the Gate of Heavenly Peace. So if the Gate of Heavenly Peace doesn't go to the fucking Heaven's Gate and doesn't go to Tiananmen Square, where the fuck does it go? Horrible.
Well, look at the newspapers again.
The square. Wait, okay. The square's name means
the Forbidden City is where the Gate of Heavenly Peace goes. The Temple of Heaven, not where the Heavenly Gate goes. The Temple of Heaven can't have a fucking Heavenly Gate. And the Tiananmen Square can specifically mention a Heaven's Gate.
No, it says the Gateway. Gateway and gate are two different words. That's literally the thing. It's like it's a translation thing, not literally a gate.
Well, they could do a better fucking job translating it then, for me. Because you see, I use context clues. It's about the only kind of clue I use to figure shit out, so... Oh wait, I have this. I can just... There he is. The Koopa's behind that guy over there.
In chat does mention, you didn't have internet resources like a Wikipedia at the time, so
you'd have
whatever encyclopedias you had.
You'd have a multimedia encyclopedia on your PC though. That would come in. You'd have Encarta.
Maybe that's what they got the info from.
Pacific's west coast.
Fair enough. If that's a boasting point for you.
Again, we missed him by one fucking screen. Yeah, do the long dance off the screen, buddy.
Okay, Joe Doria in chat mentions that the Maya Wiki has a long list titled Mistakes and Errors.
Well, I'm glad this educational game is fucking bullshit then. I'm glad that it's... I'm glad that children were misinformed. Okay, we're here, so we might as well. Yep, that's certainly the Great Wall of China. Someone should roll something cool, like a ball or something, down the hole. Or a slinky. That would make for some fun multimedia footage.
Yeah, I've seen better.
What's so great about it, hey Mario?
Yeah, footage of Bart Simpson skateboarding down it.
Yeah.
Running into walls.
I don't know why, but yeah, that Bart vs. the World game has been in my head for some reason. I guess just because it's a more...
Folks, check out our...
more educational game.
Check out our worst Simpsons games ever stream, folks. Okay. The Forbidden City.
That's where the gate goes.
The Gateway of Heavenly Peace. Tiananmen.
That's what that word means, I guess, yeah.
Yep, that is where the translation is.
1651. 110 feet tall. It's the entrance to the Forbidden City, which has been renamed the Palace Museum. Just call it that, then. I don't know. Once the walled estate of emperors, only the emperor himself was permitted to use Tiananmen. Guards kept everyone else out. Those entitled to visit the city had to use a separate entry. In 1949, the leader Mao Zedong stood at the gate to announce the formation of the People's Republic of China, the present-day communist government. Phone number. Wrong icon.
How can I help you?
Hey Peach, yeah, I know you get around. I know you've been at you've been in Russia. Now you're here. I guess you're just bouncing between the communist countries at this point.
These could be international calls.
Okay, Luigi, but before I can give you the reward, I have to ask who is forbidden from entering the Forbidden City through the Heavenly Gateway?
I like some of these fake answers.
The Emperor's new clothes, the Emperor's new groove.
Yeah. He had to go in naked, it turns out.
I like the idea of the Emperor's daughter. He built an entire city just to say, my kid sucks.
Yeah, forbid my kid from showing up. I gotta watch the game! Oh! What is the Forbidden City's present name? Taboo Town.
Yeah.
The Palace Museum.
No.
Yes.
Yeah, it was that.
You caught my trap. You fell out of my trap, or you...
Now, this footage is going to be extra rare because the city's forbidden. No one's allowed in, so... See, they have to film it from outside. To get a good idea of what the traffic patterns looked like. It's important historical archival footage. Dude, you could play such like a crazy soccer match in this front area, in this lawn area here. That'd be.
Well, I did do. I think there's you fight some of the Heartless in Kingdom Hearts 2 there. It's a good battle. Battle in
Tiananmen Square. Yeah, I'm gonna bet it's this picture of Mao Zedong.
Yeah, I think so.
Yo, I found Mao.
You're missing a Mao?
Hello, Mr. Luigi.
I would like to return the monument to the people's heroes. Okay, you know, can I just take a second? You know, between Lenin's tomb and, you know, talking about, like, Alcatraz as a prison and this, it really is strange. It's the juxtaposition of fucking Mario characters. I know it's the most basic observation, the first thing that people probably think of and they probably, like, recognize in this, but it's really only hitting me now that we're playing a Mario game where we're like, let's visit the Soviet Union and return their monuments to them. Let's talk about communism, Luigi.
Would you mind if I asked you a few questions first? I
Yeah, go
have
ahead.
the words of which leader are inscribed at the monument's base.
Mousy Mick. You see, they couldn't. They wanted to put Mickey Mouse as a joke answer, but that would be another license they would have had to have gotten. So they would have had to have. So they're just like, no, to slip it. They'll get the joke.
The monument is in the shape of
A square? A square?
Oh,
Well, Tiananmen Square is a square, but I mean, what do you think a monument is probably shaped like?
It could be a pyramid, an obelisk, or a column. It could be any one of those. My brain defaulted to square because Tiananmen Square, but the way you phrase that makes it sound like that's not it.
I feel like it's
not
obelisk. I feel like it's obelisk, and it's because the image has that thing in the background behind Mel.
Do you know the answer, Charky?
Yeah, it's an obelisk.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Luigi.
Hey!
At last,
That's
the
teamwork.
monument to the people's heroes.
Me to give you this reward.
This game might be.
Hope you find Mario soon.
I don't know.
No problem, Toad. Glad to restore honor to the People's Republic of China.
I like how Luigi's just getting fat stacks while looking for Mario.
The most they've ever been paid for their work.
Hey, Mario, you should get kidnapped more often.
We're making a killing, Mario.
Get Bowser in on this. We make a whole grift out of it.
You see, I'd have called this a column. If I
Yeah.
saw this, I'd be like, that's a column. You're telling me that's an obelisk.
That is an obelisk. A column is like more round.
Oh, yeah, fair.
All right, I think this is the last.
A column is also generally a supporting structure for something, you know.
China's most famous temple. Several buildings built around the 15th century. All inside a walled park. A triple tier of marble
Question,
terraces.
how many buildings are there? Several.
The 123-foot high structure. That's an easy number. I can remember that. Thank you, China, for giving me a nice, easy to remember number. The Emperor of China would spend one evening a year in the temple, fasting and praying to assure a good harvest for China's many farmers. Yeah, but did he really mean it, though? 8615.
What do you want? Yeah, well...
Yeah, I have a whole hall to return. Yeah, here you're missing a hall. Oh, are you sure? Yeah, go take a quick look. Yeah, sure enough, the whole hall's missing.
About how high is the...
Oh, thank God.
Amazingly, the Great Hall was built without...
Without air conditioning.
Well, I mean, that's
I mean,
technically
a lot
correct.
of that is true.
I mean,
That is
these
true,
are
yeah.
all was built without architects? No. Nails,
Yeah,
right?
That one seems impossible. I'd
It's
say
got it-
nails, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks, buddy. We've been looking all over town. The honor...
Cool.
Yeah, they didn't do a... Oh,
I'll take that phone call after I
yeah.
watch this sick cinema.
Actually, yeah.
I want to see the camera zoom in on one single nail in the wall. This is bullshit.
Cool.
Ah, Luigi, you saved our city from the Koopas, and the people are grateful. Thank
What's with his eyes, too? They fucked up all the eyes in all these
Yeah.
guys.
when you find him.
God,
I
this
just want-
axe is so bad. It like slipped into stereotypical Indian for a second there.
My favorite, one of my favorite bits of bad video game voice acting, besides the obvious ones, besides your Resident Evils and House of the Dead 2s and whatnot, it's one line. It's in The World Is Not Enough on PS1. You're in the opening level. It's a shitty game too, by the way. As I'm on the record as saying. And you're talking to this guy who's speaking, like you're at a Swiss bank, and he drops his accent mid-line. The line is, "I'm sorry, sir, but this area is restricted to employees only." And it's just like, whoa, hold on. Whiplash.
Right. Frank Gothic correct me on when I say that columns are generally supporting structures, because yeah, there are standalone columns too. So yeah, I was generalizing.
Fact checkers.
Yeah. And when you generalize, you make an ass out of Jen and lies.
All right, still got 3 hours left in this.
Yeah, just looking for the poop. Yep, there we go.
Bam, there it is. And I'll just drive on over to it.
Can you arrest the pokey there?
Can you help us, ma'am, please?
Well, how do you handcuff that thing?
You don't want to see what my dinosaur's about to do. Oh, give us one more line, though. Give us one more read.
Hey, yo, you're on Chang'an Avenue, Beijing's main street.
All right, thanks. Just wanted to confirm.
Could have slipped a few more A's and Yo's into that line read, I think.
God, I hate sitting through that. Also, these pipes. I know Mario pipes are like bullshit in the first place.
Yeah.
Plumbers behind that door?
But you could have done it better by just having the pipe come out of the ground.
Yeah, no, why did they do that? Why? That would have made infinitely more sense.
For some reason, Luigi's not allowed to jump in this game.
It's a real boots on the ground kind of Mario game.
Yes.
Unlike the norm. Unlike the typical. And the pipes don't even like work well because he gets stuck halfway through them. All right, let's see. It's always someone on the phone.
Welcome, Luigi. I'm Mayor Sigli.
Can you speak louder?
Things are really jumping around here. Every time we close our eyes for 1 second, another landmark disappears. I've sent you a newspaper. Just take a look at it. Frankly, it's more than our police force can handle. Go out there and catch a Koopa. Do it for me. Do it for the city. Do it for Mario.
What a motivational speech. All right, I'll do it for you. I can give a shit less about Mario, but I'll do it for you, Mayor Sidley.
They're really giving you less and less time. Is that what the difficulty is? Like the amount of time you're given per level?
That might be it. Okay. Look at this map.
When's the last time you saved, by the way?
You know? I'm gonna save right now. Right, numro, not numpad. Always gotta...
Yeah. I wonder if that humming is just something broke at some point and just a MIDI...
I'm telling you, a lot of like DOS games, just like anything that was using like CD audio at this point, it was still relatively like, you know...
Ah, okay. I just assumed like a channel's broken.
Koopa. Well, that's convenient.
Koopa.
Can I take your skateboard? No?
Sounds like Chris Pratt saying it.
Remember when he debuted his new Mario voice? It wasn't that different from the old Chris Pratt voice?
Well, we came through Mombasa and picked our way through lions and elephants to this capital city.
Yeah, we're poachers. We're big game hunters.
Not quite what we asked, though, guy.
Well, we know it's a capital city. 2 Koopas.
Well, I don't...
Hey, Mario! Mario, what did they do to you?
We found him!
It's the missing link.
Is that Lucy? No, really, is that Lucy's skull? Is that what that is?
You know, let's find out. Skull snatched. Our Eye in the Sky reporters reported several suspicious turtles taking off with significantly sublime specimens. Okay, say something nice. I love their alliteration. The alliteration sucker in me is just like, yes, yes! The curator of the National Museum reports missing 3 million-year-old skull and has offered I think it is... Nairobi! We're finally here.
There we go.
The National
it's
Museum
called
of
the
Kenya.
Human Skull. the human skull, the last one.
Wait, is there only
What,
3
okay.
things stolen? Do we have all 3 things
And you
already?
got them all.
Yeah.
Interesting.
All right.
We got very lucky on this one.
The revolving restaurant menu. I don't know if it's luck so much as they specifically positioned it in such a way as to... Okay, everyone, I'm going to need complete silence for this. This is my favorite line in the game, if I am correct. Take it away, lady.
You won't find adobe here in Nairobi. But they do have some spectacular hotels.
I love it. I can't get enough.
I just remembered that you
That
have
voice
shown me
squeak.
that before.
That voice squeak on spectacular.
You won't find adobe here in Nairobi.
I
it's
don't
so
know what the
good.
context was, but for some reason, Cash, you have shown me explicitly that. And nothing
right.
else from this game.
Ooh.
Oh, wait. I try to remember where... Oh, fuck. Where's Nairobi again?
Oh, right. This isn't even fully zoomed. Oh. Oh, shit. I wonder if...
Well, you want to find Kenya first, right?
Kenya. Yeah, Kenya.
Which I think was at the top. Oh, no.
There's Kenya.
There it is.
Okay. So, I'm noticing that they give you a little bit of a context clue in that the places that have the places, like the key cities and whatnot, have little house
Have
icons.
houses. Yeah.
Nairobi.
Yeah. It is fun also just to see the world map done in this like Super Mario World style with all the round hills with the eyes.
Luigi, listen, I overheard Bowser telling the Koopa kids to watch out for fire flowers. I think you need to use one to get rid of the guard.
Well, say goodbye, bro. Mournfully say goodbye, bro, to me. Like it's the last time we're ever going to talk, Mario. Because it might well be.
Right, so you just got to get to the information boost now.
Yeah, but I also want to... Wait, hold on. Where'd she go? I wanted to get some small talk in, but...
Well, you'll have time. You have to walk between these places anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, I could taxi.
So, tired of traveling? You can sleep in the cradle of civilization in the nearby famous Rift Valley.
Go sleep in the middle of nowhere.
The National Museum
Jeez.
of Kenya is closed today due to theft.
Wrong number.
Anthropologists believe Kenya to be the birthplace of all mankind. Scientists working there have dug up some of the oldest human fossils ever. One skull found near Lake Turkana is said to be almost 3 million years old. The plains of East Africa, Kenya, Tanzania, and Ethiopia are being eagerly excavated to try and solve the mystery of where human beings first lived. So we're not going to name Lucy, but we do have her skull. 25421. They're making it harder by making the numbers longer.
The number you have reached is not...
They see? They made it harder because I couldn't remember the fucking number. 25421.
There you go.
Can I help you?
I want to return the human skull, Peach.
Okay, Luigi. But before I could discover that skull you're holding...
This wasn't on the fucking...
Oh, yeah, we don't know this, actually.
I'm going to say, when in doubt, no one knows.
Anonymous anthropologist?
Yeah, because we don't have any... Okay. I was going to say, because we have 0 context clues for that, right? So,
Luigi,
what's the 0 context clue answer? Anonymous.
Well, that wasn't the correct answer, so you've led us astray. Wait, hold on. What is this?
The evolution revolution will make headlines. What you got there was discovered by Richard Leakey from the family of famous...
There we go.
Oh, Richard Leakey. Maybe I could fix his plumbing for him. I'm a plumber after all. What was that phone number?
Not the most
again?
famous one.
25421. Oh, 25421, yes, okay.
How can I... Okay, Luigi. Anthropologists think Kenya may be the birthplace of mankind. Why?
On account of all the leftover birthday cake. Carvels
Yeah.
back then, you couldn't go 2 stone huts without seeing a Carvel down the street. Their heydays. Very old human fossils.
How old is that skull you're holding?
Way old. I mean, that should
Way
be
old.
right. You should get
Way
partial
old.
credit.
It is.
You should
Yeah.
get at least, like...
Oh, thank you, Luigi. We've been looking all over...
Did we find it? It's a good thing we found out who discovered that skull.
Yeah.
Came in handy. And there it is, the first human.
Shut up. Can you go a little faster over the speed bump? We're filming here. We want to see some cool car action.
Yeah.
We couldn't get
Also-
inside the museum. The budget didn't cover entry fee to a museum, so this is as good as we can do.
Oh, every time front-facing Yoshi.
You know, I could just taxi
It irks me.
to each of these at this point. Though I do want to see the white kid hopping. Skipping and a hopping.
Here's a cop again. You want to
Yeah.
ask her what about what you're holding?
What is this?
Great! Return that menu to the Kenyatta Conference Center. They're having a big meeting there. I bet it's about your brother being kidnapped.
You know, probably not. They probably got more important things, but, you know, tell me about the elephant, too.
Good hunting! Take that elephant back to her home in Nairobi National Park.
Good hunt. No, that's illegal.
Yeah,
That's super illegal.
Maybe don't put it that way. Get us in trouble.
What do you have to say about the elephant?
Well, that elephant is lucky. If she were Asian instead of African, only her brothers could.
Oh, thank God. I thought he was going to say something racist. I just assumed he was...
Actually, I've decided I don't want to talk to you. Goodbye.
I wouldn't put it past this game to just be like, hey, let's crack these kids up. I got a joke my grandpa told me in the fucking 60s.
It's educational because some random people in the street you ask will just be racist without prompting.
Hey kid, where am I?
I can tell you, you're on Africa's east coast. I know a lot more, but I don't want to boast.
I love how
But you
measured
did
he had to
boast.
say that because he was reading off a piece of paper.
Yeah.
Because kid couldn't memorize his lines the same way I can't memorize phone numbers.
Cool. You'll need a pith helmet to transport that puny pachyderm back to our game preserve.
Okay.
Pachyderm.
All right, where's the pith helmet? Where's that pickup?
Awesome. That belongs way at the top, where the waiters stop, and the conference room looks like a hut.
That doesn't rhyme with stop.
Kid gave up.
It gave up.
Kenyatta Conference Center. Freedom Fighter, the Kenyatta National, blah, 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 blah. 27 stories high. Again, I'm honing in on what I assume the key details are going to be, and I'm going to be absolutely wrong.
Which has just been numbers so far as you've been concerned.
Yeah, even though I've been proven wrong again and again on that one. Even though it's everything besides the fucking numbers in this game.
Hello, Mr. Luigi.
Oh, hold on. Depending on who... Okay, who answered the phone the first time? For the first place we went to.
That was
Yes.
Peach.
Toad.
You mean first in this whole playthrough?
No, in Africa, in Nairobi.
Peach.
Oh.
Okay, Peach.
Yeah, it was Peach, yeah.
Toad. Who do you think the next... Why do you think there's only 3 artifacts in this place?
Oh, I'm guessing the next one's Donkey Kong.
I'm betting it's not. I'm betting specifically it's not. I am betting that's going to be the green guy because they realized the optics.
I bet it's going to be Donkey Kong because they weren't thinking that hard about it. That they were just like, oh,
we'll
these are the
see.
3 more famous ones.
The Kenyatta Conference Center was once.
I don't think they said this in the...
Well...
It seems like...
It's a tall building.
Just a minute here. You're a fake. Yes, you're definitely a fake.
Yeah, a 27-story house is a bit
I mean,
much.
if he was the president... By 4.
Hello, Mr. Luigi. Would you mind?
Don't mind me.
Kenyatta Conference Center was designed to look like
Both a skyscraper and a native hut. This one is, yes.
Kenyatta Center is named for
Famous freedom fighter. See, I didn't even need to know that other one, and I'll never learn that ever.
looking all over town. The mayor has asked me to give you.
All right. We have the Pokey, so we know where to exit.
There are 2 Pokies.
Yeah, I
you
saw
have-
that.
I'm either about to be vindicated or disappointed. Mere 8 miles from the contemporary city of Nairobi, this authentic wildlife preserve, the Kitengela Athi Plains, migratory parks. No numbers here, so I really have to pay attention to. Since the park is completely undeveloped, it provides an amazing drive-through safari in the shadow of a modern teeming capital city. 25422.
Yeah.
Fuck!
I was right.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you were more mindful than they were, Cass. Sorry.
Oh, well, you know, I guess I should have. I should have probably been clued in that these people didn't give a fuck by the time we were in, Beijing.
I don't think that crossed their mind. I think they were just like,
no,
look,
it's certainly
we only
them.
have 3 here. It's just the 3 famous characters.
I gotta ask you a few questions. Nairobi National Park is also an animal
Cookie factory. It's the greatest cultural export.
Yeah, animal cookies.
Important because it allows animals
to pig out or vote.
Let
dogs
vote.
Right to vote.
Let dogs
Yes.
vote. Roam free.
At last, we've been looking up.
All right, our due
It's a
congratulations.
good thing that wasn't the counterfeit baby elephant.
From the Koopas. The people are grateful.
It was just a fat cat.
Good luck and goodbye.
All
It's
right,
a
then
little
I'll just...
somber. Good luck. Goodbye.
You'll need it. Assuming Mario isn't already dead.
No. No.
Hey, Vey.
No.
I sure
They
will
really
get
need
that
time to spare.
No.
God, this game is gaslighting me. I'm trying to remember what the actual eating sound from Mario World sounds like.
Blap.
I can't remember anymore.
Blank, blank.
Plumbers behind that.
It's not
Yeah,
loud.
skip that.
Is it?
Save me the speech.
Speaking of
Koopa Kid.
saving.
I'll save at the top. It's fine.
Alright, no clue where this is.
I have a hunch.
I see the cross in the background.
This is a mea linguine. You made it. Is Mario with you? Because we really need your help. He's with the scoop. We're up to our teeth.
Remember, folks, you can't be racist against Italians. It's okay.
They're either stealing stuff or disrupting traffic with their skateboards and helicopters. Check out the newspaper I transmitted to your computer and you'll see what I mean. Between you and me, you're my only hope.
Wow, he really is desperate. I do like how he opened with, is Mario with you? Because we could do some real help here. How just
I saw that cross in the background there before I kind of gathered like where we were, and I thought that like maybe we're in Israel or something, and it's just like I don't know, they still crucify people out there, right?
Yeah. In this backward society of Italy. Yeah, I saw the Trattoria and I was like, oh, okay. Well, that explains it.
Okay, yeah. I just didn't know enough Italian to guess.
W.
I'm not gonna harp on it for the rest of the playthrough. I'm just gonna say this here. Man, the humming's getting worse.
I feel like it is getting worse, yeah.
Yeah, no, I was tuning it out up until this point. Hopefully the audience isn't going absolutely fucking crazy listening to it, but... Alright, where's Italy?
Italy,
Yeah, there's the
are you?
boot.
Yep.
Now, what city are we in?
Ooh, that's a good question.
I have a feeling I know where it is based on that map, which had a river, right?
I have a hunch, but I'm not gonna.
You know what? I can.
Yeah.
Mario Bros have gone to the South Pole.
No, I haven't.
They say the boys from Brooklyn are heading south to foil a plot to melt the South Pole, which could leave thousands of penguins homeless. That's the only thing that matters. It's
No
just
problem.
the penguins. Forget about the polar ice caps. All over the city.
Well, let's see what's stolen.
The Colosseum, the Sistine Chapel, the Trevi Fountain, the Pantheon, the Spanish Steps.
A lot of stuff.
It's 5 in this one. They made up for the one that was missing in so that doesn't tell me.
It's Rome. It's the Colosseum.
Yeah, the
Roman Colosseum. Okay, that makes sense.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, I do my best to put this whole fucking rotten country out of mind.
Hi, Luigi. Can't talk long. Bowser doesn't know my video phone still works for calling out. I don't know where he's keeping me, though. Sewage. He's coming back. Gotta go later.
Is that like his like
like
his
that's
swear?
that's
That's him. Stand-in
okay,
swear
that,
word.
Mario. That dirty language.
All right, Mr. Tourist, you tell me where I am.
I like pasta. I like wine. Ciao, baby. I'll be fine.
All right, shout to you too, bud.
I like pasta in my wine.
Pantheon.
Well, I was briefly thinking about prepping a Mario-specific
coins in a fountain
stream snack, and I realized, like, outside of media that other companies made for Nintendo, like like the anime shows and stuff, I don't know if Mario's ever shown specific interest in one type of food in a Mario game.
Mushrooms.
Well, yeah, but that's not like, because I Luigi.
Oh, and Paper Mario has some foodstuffs in it. Hold on, I gotta hear this, kid.
You could try roaming around to figure it out.
Thanks, kid. Hey, what do I got?
You're in Venice.
Can I add my 2 cents to your little speech? Those coins are worth 2 wishes each.
What's the exchange rate on wishes in Italy?
Well, it's probably not worth $36,985, which is what our current value is. So,
if you brought Italian shoes from home, we could climb the Alps for a peek of Rome.
Thanks, lady.
See, I was thinking about it. It's like, there's the opening to Mario Sunshine.
Got wet in one of the most.
When Mario's like, oh, look at all the foods, but it's
one of the most famous landmarks in Rome. That doesn't help at all when every single one of these information booths are all landmarks. You
could also check your paper.
Yes, you could just do that. A Latin word meaning big, and it really is huge. 573 yards in circumference, seated over 50,000 spectators. The games they watched were often very violent, with gladiators sent to fight riveting foes like hungry lions and elephants. You never see that on a Nintendo console, though, so don't worry. And pop. No! I tried to talk to the professor in it. That bag's better still be there. Nope. Okay, I just gotta chase him onto the screen again. Got it. I'm gonna bet the spear goes to the Coliseum. That's gonna be my hazard a guess moment here.
Luigi, we have to stop all...
It's either the Coliseum or that's the longest and it belongs in the Vatican.
Oh, thank you, Luigi.
I found the spear that pierced Christ.
Okay.
We can get back to our Coliseum fights now, Luigi. Thank you.
That's from that colossal arena. It's at 50,000 ancient Roman dudes.
He was so happy to say dudes.
Yeah, let's shout it.
Well, I'm gonna assume the spear goes here. 1, 2, 1, 2.
How can I help you?
I'd like to return the gladiator spear.
Okay, Luigi. When was the Colosseum built?
Did it say that? I'm gonna assume BC though. Right?
Mm-hmm.
No? Yes?
No.
No?
No.
Oh, I don't know then.
I'm gonna, because they have 72. I bet it's 72. I bet it's AD 72, because they want to test to see if you remembered AC or BC.
Just how many people could fit in this place?
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Context clues, baby.
Yep, that was good deductive reasoning. There was only one BC answer, and 2 of the answers were mirrored like that. So yes.
And good luck finding Mario.
Did we remember to check inside all the places in the last place we went to?
At least one of them.
So, yeah.
I remember specifically.
Yeah, there you go.
Museum.
All right, cut to some footage of gladiators. That'd be cool. You like gladiator movies, Mario?
Let's see.
Okay.
It's funny, it's just all these places I've visited in other video games. It's like, oh yeah, I went to that place in Assassin's Creed Brotherhood.
Yeah, but this is the definitive version. Wait. Da Luigi.
Yeah, that's why I said that earlier. You didn't see that?
No. This hole was made for me. I want to find the cop lady again. She'll help us out. She'll tell us what's what. She'll have some clever little rhyme. that a smokestack or a statue? It's.
I think that's a column. And that's supposed to be a Roman.
No, it's called an
column.
obelisk.
Ah, shit.
Okay.
One thing I'm a little unclear of. I guess it's just the line showing how much time you have left. But do the blue parts of that line mean anything?
I have no fucking clue. That bit eludes me. The beautiful public building was built from brick and marble in 27 BC. Okay. Great feat of engineering because it allowed for comfortable lighting and cool temperatures. These details have fascinated modern scientists for hundreds of years until we discovered there was actually aliens who made it. It was actually aliens who made everything cool because old people were stupid back in the day. Don't you know? I watched a lot of the TV, and the TV guy told me.
I have to hear.
Yeah, well, look. How many columns does the Pantheon have?
They did not say this.
They did not.
They absolutely did not say this. I'm picturing 8, 4 on each side.
The Pantheon is built out of...
Well,
Adobe.
we're not in Nairobi.
Brick and marble.
Hey, thanks, buddy.
You're welcome. All right, show us. Cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Question: when you're looking at this, not this screen obviously, but the screen that's going to come up. Oh, never mind. There's like a plus minus you can see. Does that actually
this
do
is
anything?
purely cosmetic.
Yeah.
I was hoping we could have a panoramic view.
No such luck. Okay. I'm gonna taxi over here, and I'm gonna hoof it on foot and hope that I find my favorite lady. The Spanish Steps. The plaza encompasses were actually built with French, not Spanish money. So it's French money. They're called the Spanish Steps, and it's in Italy. Italy will do anything to not have their own culture. They take their misleading names from the Spanish embassy to the Vatican. Wide and comfortably curved, these twin staircases are famous for their popularity with sunbathers, skateboarders, and tourists. The famous poet Keats once lived nearby.
Don't think you have anything for that.
Oh yeah, that's
You
right.
have to
There's
pick a
5
paper,
in this
yeah.
one.
Yeah.
The steps, the banister from the Spanish Steps.
Yeah.
All right, so we are just gonna have to hoof it on foot. And again, really hoping to find our favorite NPC.
Oopa.
Oh,
man, he ripped one.
Yeah.
I mean, he was scared. It's fair. The Trevi Fountain. I'm assuming this is where the coins go. The fountain was shown in a 1954 movie. 3 coins in the fountain. Yeah, most famously, and I'm sure the kids will really appreciate that 1950s movie reference. Little 12-year-old to me being like, well, of course, 3 coins in the fountain, yeah.
Should have said it's where Joseph Joestar met Caesar for the first time.
Hello, Mr. Louis.
That would have connected with the youth in 1993.
I think part 2 would have been out before then.
Yeah, in manga
Someone would have
form.
popped. Yeah.
Do
Japanese.
you mind if I asked you a few questions first? The Trevi is the biggest and oldest what in Rome?
Fountain.
And your 2 cents, Luigi. Why do people throw coins?
Gotta get changed for the laundry somehow. I'm going to assume it's to make a wish.
No.
No, what?
What do you mean?
You didn't
no,
read. You didn't read the thing.
I didn't read the thing?
Oh,
So
yeah. You're right. Fuck.
Now I'm getting conflicting information here. So is it to
Yeah,
return to
it's-
Rome? Is it like hopeful?
It's to return to Rome. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
I mean, you could consider that to be a wish to return to Rome.
Yeah, I mean, I
Well,
think I
no,
should get partial
'cause-
credits.
This reward.
No, because you could throw the coins and still hope to not return. Happen against your will.
I
guess.
wish I'd never come back to this shitty city again.
Oh, that kid almost fell over. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, now the humming is starting to drive me crazy. I'm going to probably restart the game after saving it.
Yeah.
After we finish out Italy and see if that makes any difference.
I'm curious if you just leave it running for a couple of days.
If it just gets louder and louder, if we can just alienate our entire audience by the end of this. You know, it's worth a shot.
Hey, Mario, my eardrums are bleeding.
Come on, where's a cop when you need one?
He didn't mind mentioning something that I think is a good question. Why do people throw coins through the riddle for the ages? Where did the whole throwing coins for wishes thing comes from? I've never really asked that, I guess.
From a moron who liked to waste money.
The closest I could think of is maybe related to that whole legend. What's the, the thing of like, oh, did you throw this into the river?
I mean, that's probably...
There she is.
Kind of on the right track. You're probably... Well, wait a sec.
Your capital is now Lyra in this capital city. Just do as the Romans do.
Will do.
Probably...
Went through the roof when that turned up missing. The Vatican isn't the same without it.
And one
more. If I had to guess, it's probably the idea of, like, giving money to, like, folk gods, like river spirits and all that kind of stuff to ask for favor.
I mean, Sharon takes 2 coins if you want to cross river Styx, etc.
It's the banister to the Spanish Steps. Put it back and we'll grab a pizza on the piazza.
Here we go. Now I need to find which booths I haven't salvaged, saved, tourism at yet. Alright, I think this is the Spanish Steps. Cool. Got it.
Yep.
12, 16. You won't find pizza in the piazza.
Yes. Can I help you?
Montimo!
Wow, they waited a while to spring this guy on us.
Quite right, sir. But before we proceed, please allow me to present you with several simple questions.
Yeah, very well spoken.
What's your step, Luigi? How many stairs make up the Spanish step?
Trick question. It's an escalator. No, I don't remember. It's clearly it's one of these.
I think it's 328.
You believe it's 328?
Yeah.
It's so easy to transpose these numbers, but I think you're right.
That's why I think it's that.
Yeah.
From what did the Spanish Steps take their misleading name?
Spanish Embassy, not Cocker Spaniels, believe it or not.
That's correct, sir. It looks like you fixed things right up then, haven't you?
He sounds like that guy from Smiling Friends, the one who over-enunciates every word. I like him.
Oh, Alan.
Alan?
Yeah. Like my piece of cheese.
All right. Here?
Luigi asked me where Mario is, so I'm spraying him with Bretty down water.
Gotta be one of these tourist traps.
I
Here
call it
or
the Sistine Chapel a tourist trap.
I did, and I'll say it again. Sistine Chapel, Pope Julius II, Michelangelo. He wasn't used to painting on plaster. It took him over 4 years to finish painting the 10,000-foot square ceiling. Just remember, when a game takes more than 4 years to make, you can just harass the creators and say, hey, Michelangelo, it only took him 4 years to paint 10,000 square feet. It can't be that hard to develop a video game. It can't be as hard as fucking painting a ceiling. Much of the painting had to be done in an uncomfortable position. See, this is original crunch culture here. The artist was either lying on wooden scaffolds or looking straight up. The chapel ceiling is breathtakingly beautiful. It's considered Michelangelo's masterpiece. I prefer his picture dogs playing poker. That was the real... Fuck.
Nope.
Yeah?
Yeah, I got Michelangelo's paintbrush here so he can finish his job.
Okay, but let's make this picture perfect. Who painted the ceiling?
Oh, I wonder.
Splinter, Leonardo, Donatello. Now this is... I know that these names come from actual artistes. Splinter maybe not so much, but you're playing a little fast and loose here, Software Toolworks, I think.
What does Sistine mean in Latin?
Holy, right?
Another.
No.
That one I didn't know, to be fair, so I couldn't give any input.
16. I'd have to see the options again, because it's not on there.
It's not on there. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it.
I'm trying to remember what little Latin I know to infer what Sistine is.
Yeah.
Okay, let's make this. What does Sistine mean in Latin?
It's 6.
Yeah,
think.
six. Yep.
We've been looking all over town.
Luigi, you've saved our city from the Koopas and the people are grateful. Thank you, good luck, and goodbye. And say hi to Mario when you find him.
Tell him he's welcome to
by the
come
way-
back to the motherland anytime.
Can't figure out if that guy is wearing a hat or if he has hair shaped like a hat.
Maybe it's a Jotaro situation?
Yeah,
You're like
yes,
a
exactly.
hat.
I mean, everything I know about Italy is from JoJo's, so... I
Everything you
assume-
need to know about Italy, you can glean from dojos.
No.
Alright, well, first we're gonna have to deal with this situation.
Buddy, you know I've been on your side all along. Don't burn yourself with that fire flower, pal.
Well, I was on your side
Yes.
till the laugh at the end.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you. I'm gonna just kill you with this fire flower now.
Holy shit, you did kill him.
I murdered a kid.
And Arctic Express is knocking at the door with another load.
Leroy.
We should just call that company and be like, hey, end services. They're using it for some nefarious plan. I'm gonna save on save game 1. And I'm going to, no
yeah,
hum?
that fixed it. Yep.
Hey, glad I figured that out. I really could have fixed that earlier. I really could have considered doing that earlier.
I mean, it's good to showcase it.
Sorry, folks. Thank you for putting up with it for so long.
Trying to see if I remember what that Koopa kid's called. Is that Monty?
Nope, there is no Monty.
No.
There's a Monty Mole.
That's my OC. Guess that's my OC, I guess.
I am the mayor in this town. Singer's the name. My
What?
secretary sent you the headlines on your video phone.
What is going on with a ton?
I am not going to pull any punches. The city is infested with obnoxious turtles bent on larceny. They march in undetected and stroll out. Their little
This is a real authentic accent. Whatever this accent is, it's authentic. I'll tell you that much.
museums, government buildings.
Is this German?
Oh god, I think it's supposed to be German, yeah.
Business, Luigi, I implore you.
I guess
You
I'll
know,
check
I think
the
we went
Terrible
through the
job.
I think we went through the Iggy door. Oh, it's French.
Oh my god, that's how
That was supposed to be
unplaceable.
French.
That's how absolutely in-fucking placeable that accent was. Have you seen this man, Mario? The famous plumber from Brooklyn? It's still missing. South Pole is heating up apparently due to hundreds of hair dryers. Someone do something about it. We're busy. Tortoise's Purloin Prime property. Widespread reports of turtle sightings continue as prominent properties turn up missing across. They could have moved the alliteration down into there. Police report the Eternal Flame was stolen from the Arc de Triomphe, and officials are offering a substantial reward for its safe return. Well, that's great. Okay, how many places do we gotta go to? We gotta return the Mona Lisa to the Louvre, the tricolor to the Eiffel Tower. Just 4. Okay. By the way, this playthrough is gonna take more than 1 episode.
Yeah.
I wondered if we could like just speed through it just by me clicking on stuff, but
You know, I know someone. I have another friend who is French. I'm really tempted to get a recording of that and say, "Can you place this accent?" and see what they say.
So are we just in Paris?
Yeah,
Yes,
because
Eiffel
place to be.
Tower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Louvre. The Arc de Triomphe. All the things that are in Paris.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I don't know the geography. Some countries don't localize everything they have to their name to a single city.
Yeah.
Some places spread
Now-
that shit out across multiple places.
Yeah. Now, Johnny, fun fact though, I have actually been to Paris. It was a long ass time ago though.
Hi, Luigi. Listen, Bowser has turned on the first shipment of hair dryers. Snow is melting, penguins are floating, and we're in big trouble here. Hurry up.
We're really just all in on this penguin problem.
Hang on, Mario, where's he plugging them in? Where do you find power outlets down there?
He lives off the grid.
The biggest fact I know about it is that it's the biggest country in Europe now that the Soviet Union broke up.
Is that true? France is that big?
Yeah, I think so.
I also loved where he had to pause in the middle of reading that script. That was
Yeah.
dead
Yeah,
end.
no, as a little young'un, we took a school trip there, and one of the things I always remember for some reason is during one of the field trips while we were there. For some reason, our bus went through the red light district in Paris.
Where's my favorite
It seemed
lady?
a bit weird.
I didn't see her.
I saw her for a second. Now I'm wasting time trying to find her again. Show me the
I
people.
was saying, I wonder if that kid got paid. That kid was definitely in their other game, so if they weren't paid, they were probably related to a developer.
Koopa.
Koopa. I'm just going where the people go.
Well, France is famous for fine wine, good food, and passion.
That's what they're known for.
You want to also ask where the Koopas are?
Yeah.
No, I'll
Also,
find
that
the
guy,
radar.
Yeah. Also, that guy seems to almost exclusively bring up the food of the places he's in, I've noticed.
Oh no, it's because each of the bystanders are
yeah.
themed. The advice they
Yeah.
give, the professors will tell you scientific facts.
No, I do like that. I just find it funny. There we go.
There she is. All right.
Look down. The Champs-Élysées is like bicycle wheels. 12 avenues spread out right under your heels.
It's amazing how far these people travel, how well traveled each of these 5 NPCs.
He's getting transferred between districts.
Well, you know, she
okay.
commits a brutality in one district. They just redistrict her. It's like the priests. It's
Well, here's a question: is she potentially a tourist who just, for some reason, continues to wear her cop uniform off duty? I'm sure it's happened. I'm sure someone's done that.
It's like a Japanese school student. You're always representing.
Yeah.
Well, this could go anywhere.
No, that's the tricolor. That's the Eiffel Tower.
Cathedral of Notre Dame.
Considering how the size of these particular buildings, it's really funny that their little tourist huts are like
Hey,
these
that's
close.
the torch I saw at the Arc de Triomphe. I bet you'll get a monument just like it if you can stop Bowser.
I'm gonna hold you to that, kid.
You'll have 1,652 steps to climb with it. But don't worry, you can slide back down the 1,000-foot flagpole.
Can I? Will they let
feel
me
like
do that?
I feel like
sure.
that's actually going to be information they ask us.
And undoubtedly, but I'm hung up on him giving me the advice like, hey, have you ever visited Paris?
Yeah.
Just ask if you can slide. Don't even ask. Just know that you can slide down the flagpole and that they'll let you do it.
The Seine is a river, Cherie, and winds through 8 miles of gay Paris.
She said Paris.
That's the tricolor, red, white, and blue. Climb the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah, the red, white, and blue, brother.
Now, they say climb the tower, but, there's no real gameplay in this game. Nothing really like mini-game-wise or, fun. So, this would have been improved with mini-games. I feel like a kid would have tuned the fuck out by this point in the game without, the ability to do anything to really, change the fucking pace of it.
I mean, Mario's Time Machine on SNES had mini games, and they fucking suck.
They did, but they were there. And I feel like to past a certain point, I think it's the being there that is.
How can the French salute the Eiffel Tower without that?
With their hands.
Don't let the fire go out! It marks the unknown soldier's tomb.
The only two we have. my culture expert, a Brooklyn cop. Oh, and I don't actually.
Yeah. Yeah, I will say the thing.
That's her. That's the Mona Lisa. You can just tell just from that.
Yeah.
Even little bit.
Yeah, her like
A better
half
question
smile.
is why is Mona Lisa smiling?
The pure green background.
Ooh.
But yeah,
Oh, there we go.
the
I
thing I was
got
gonna
all of it.
say about this game. Oh, hold on, we'll listen to this guy.
Famous painting in the world. I hope you don't get framed for taking it.
How are the French gonna do to us? Ooh, French prison. Ooh.
But yeah, they're like, I'd rather they had gone for smaller levels so they could actually represent how these places actually look and not just these generic buildings.
World's Fair of 1889, 1050 feet high. Built of steel, 2.5 million rivets. It has
Some guy sold it to multiple people for scraps.
That would be a fun fact to put in. It is now dwarfed by the Empire State in Chicago's Sears Tower.
Nice, Sears.
So the tricolor.
Yes.
3311. Oh, my numero stopped working. Well, I can always do this.
How can I help you?
I would like to return the tricolor.
Okay, Luigi. For what occasion was the Eiffel Tower built?
To outdo the Empire State Building. You know how they're always trying to.
What is the Eiffel Tower made of?
Cardboard and bubble gum.
Yep.
Plaster and chicken wire.
They say it's still in rivets, but I've been there. It's all cardboard. It's all fake.
Oh, thank you, Luigi. We've been looking all over town.
I have actually been up the Eiffel Tower. That is one of the places we went on the school trip. But I've also played the Saboteur, so I've also been up it twice, technically. If that counts.
Okay, I might have this wrong, but I think the guy who tried to sell the Eiffel Tower to a bunch of people for scrap did like a whole bunch of different cons. Like anytime he got caught on one, he went to another place to do a different one. I think one of the ones he did was he was selling like a money machine that you put in like $1 bills and they come out as $100 bills. Because there was just like a single $100 bill in the machine, and when he put in the one bill, the 100 would come out to see, this will make you money. And he sold like a bunch of people on that.
Now the numero works.
Hello, Mr. Luigi.
Yeah, Eternal Flames, Tomb of the,
We're rekindling the torch at the tomb.
Oh yeah, the cop lady told us this.
The Old Soldiers
Well, we don't even know if she's
Association.
actually a cop.
Is the Palace Guard is the Old Soldiers, because it's about the unknown soldier, but that's the trick, is that it's not the unknown soldier rekindling the fucking torch to himself. So it's one of these two.
Oh, okay.
For rekindling, it would... I think it's the Old Soldier Association.
Who ordered the arch to be built?
Napoleon.
Thank you, Mr. Luigi. We've been looking all
Darn, I thought it was the fire department. That's their specialty, after all.
That's the opposite of their specialty.
What they do all about... Whoa.
Talk about MPEG compression.
Also, that pitch, what is that picture actually showing? Not
the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier.
Just looked like a manhole cover. Imagine if they let you go to the catacombs
It's like
in this game.
A wall of human skulls, Luigi.
It's still wild that that's a real place on this.
What are the catacombs made of? Cardboard and bubblegum? Or millions of unclaimed bodies?
There's a real-life Vampire the Masquerade level out there.
The Louvre.
Yeah.
Large glass pyramid now. Its main entrance added in 1989. Although rich in treasure. The highlights of the
Who
museum.
painted the Mona Lisa?
3312.
Yeah?
Do you think there's any Easter egg phone numbers in this that you can just call and...
Okay, so...
911?
I might try that.
So I will say one of the Mario, the kid games, has really obscure Easter eggs in it. So I could see that being the case.
Started in the year...
I should have paid attention to this. 1793 then.
Oh,
Right?
Yeah, I think so.
No.
Okay, no. I know which one it is then. You were close.
You want a hint?
The number you have reached is not in service.
Oh, that because you're in France.
Yeah,
Of
because I'm
course
in
911
France.
wouldn't
Yeah, I
work.
know that's fair.
Yep.
That's a fair point.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly, but the Easter egg.
Oh
is
wait,
like,
the cop showed up. Maybe she knew.
We
You called.
canvassing France for the Mona Lisa. Don't get hung up returning it.
Don't worry, I won't, lady.
Wait, she's saying to keep it?
Yeah.
Don't get hung up, you know.
Who painted the Mona Lisa?
Da
No
Vinci!
hints to Shinchi.
Lisa Simpson.
Okay,
Just,
come on.
I don't know, just pulling a name off the top of your head out of pop culture. I don't
Matt
know.
Groening.
Who painted the... Yep.
Instruction
Who painted the Mona Lisa?
started in the year
1776.
Yeah.
No.
I
What
I
did we
read
see
the pamphlet.
1776 on? That was on another
1776 was. I
pamphlet.
knew in the back of my head it couldn't be 1776 because
Read
it's
the
like
pamphlet.
I think they had bigger priorities. 1200 AD. It's,
Oh wow, okay, I didn't know it was that old.
Yeah.
It wasn't a museum until the 1700s, but it
Who painted the Mona
existed before that.
Well, you know, we'll never know now. Swampy Rad said it's not that old. Yeah, it's even older than we thought. So.
At last, we've been.
All right. This one here. And I'm just gonna taxi over.
Still, every time that taxi thing gets me worried.
I mean, he makes record time. Construction of King Louis IX's big project, the Cathedral of Notre Dame, Our Lady, began in 1163 and took 150 years to complete. Every detail of Gothic architecture was used in its design. Situated on the banks of the Ile de la Cité, Notre Dame can hold 9,000 people. The church is especially known for its huge rose-colored stained glass window. This is the home of the lovable Quasimodo, the hunchback from Victor Hugo's novel, The Hunchback of Notre Dame. Now, is this the place that burned down?
Yes, Notre Dame did have a huge fire that burnt down a lot of it.
Well, consider this game out of date. Don't show this to your kids.
Need to get a fan patch, update it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not entirely gone, but
Have to answer a few. How many towers does the cathedral have?
It did not say this on the pamphlet.
Has anyone here seen The Hunchback of Notre Dame? Because I
Johnny,
haven't.
you played Assassin's Creed 2 No, Assassin's Creed. You played Unity recently.
Unity. Yeah, I haven't finished that one. I feel like it's either 4 or 8. I think it's 8.
You think it's 8?
Hang on. Yeah, I want to say it's 8.
Hey, wait a
No, it must be 4 then.
You're not the real Lou.
I remember climbing it and it being awkward because it had like so many. Oh, Jodrell says it's 2. Maybe it was a different cathedral
Yeah, I
was
think
on.
it's 2.
Unity has a stupid big map.
Yeah, well, how many towers? The cathedral is an example of what architectural style?
It's Gothic.
Yeah, it's Art Deco.
Hey, thanks, buddy. We've been looking.
You're welcome.
Louis.
Oh, Frank Gothic. Yeah.
From the Coopers and the people are grateful. Thank you, good luck and goodbye. And say hi to Mario when you find
Say Guten Tag to Mario when you find him.
Yeah, I'm sorry, she's doing a German accent. You cannot convince me otherwise. And I don't know why she keeps poking her tongue out. Yeah, Frank Gothic mentions the side structures don't technically count as houses. Ah, okay.
Blow. Blow.
Okay, so something I noticed is that each of these doors had a Koopa Kid above the door frame. So I wonder if this is going to take us right back to the main hall, if there'll be something, anything, between this and that.
Go ahead. Lock 'em all. We don't care. We're up to our tails in hair dryers. Soon this whole place will be a hair dryer heated hothouse.
Yeah, no, I think it's just supposed to be decoration.
That's it for Iggy, I guess. Wait.
What if these are mounted heads?
Rory's right there.
What if these are all dead kids?
Again, even if you're going with that though, that was Roy's head there. You're talking to Roy, so.
All right, no idea where this is from sight alone.
Colorful buildings.
Let's hear it.
Hey, Luigi, this is Mayor Dabba-Together. Did you read the newspaper I sent you yet?
Nice unibrow, bud.
Shell shock. As we speak, major landmarks are disappearing from under our noses. The chief wants me to tell you that turtles are mocking us as they make off with the loot, and I want you to make a mock turtle soup out of them. Okay, Luigi?
Oh,
Turtles.
God, I'm really not sure. Because the accents aren't helping.
Well, I think I got it now.
Yep.
El Polo se desconga. Yep. Souvenir stolen. The rash of thefts continues as valuable artifacts have been unlawfully removed from their famous homes. Luigi is reported to be on the case, but nothing has been returned yet. Witnesses have provided sketches of the perpetrators who appear to resemble turtles. The Zocala, the National Palace, the Angel of Independence, the Pyramid of the Sun, the Fine Arts Palace. We're up to 5 again.
Yeah.
Now, I couldn't tell you the city based on that, but...
Yeah, I know we're in Mexico, but... Yeah.
Koopa.
You know, let's check...
Yeah, there can't be that many cities in Mexico.
I
In
think you
Mexico.
actually have to click you have to click the other continent.
Yep, you're right. I went a little too far south.
You know what? My hunch is Mexico City, just because we've been doing a lot of capitals.
My hunch is the whales. Can I go with them? Take me. Let's see what happens. You know, he got here. So I have to assume we got it right.
Hey, show some respect for the glorious Aztec who settled what is now the largest city in the world.
Hey, nothing but respect.
The angle is that the Angel was built to honor revolutionary heroes.
Check out a Bullet for the General, banger Zapata Western. Yeah, I'm a little early for this one because I don't think this is going to be where this artifact, the one artifact we have, goes. But, you know?
Where does it go? Because it says on the thing.
It does say on the thing, but I'm going to get everything first.
Swampy Rat in chat asks if there's a penalty for guessing wrong with Yoshi.
That's a good question. We should probably, before this episode, I think we'll finish this city, and then we'll be done for tonight, because this is going to be a two-parter, somehow. Martende never ends.
I guess that's the other question. Do you know how many total locations there are?
No, I don't know how long this game is, honestly.
No.
I really honestly thought it was just the 5 doors on the first screen. That would have been sufficient for me.
I guess the museum's gift shop sells those.
Let's see if I can find out for you.
Beep, beep. Oh, dead end.
Oh, hey, lady.
Not our favorite lady, but you'll do in a pinch.
You're bound to meet someone you know. It's the most populated city on Earth.
I don't know how accurate that statement is. I mean, I know some people. I guess I know a few people in Mexico, but I don't know if, like, 6-year-old Timmy playing this game is necessarily going to be worldly enough to...
Okay, so I know there's 3 floors.
It's a trap tile. You step on this and it's lights out. All right, kid.
The problem is, it's hard to...
soon be in order when you realize you're south of the United States border. Da-dun, da-dun, da-dun.
Was that really necessary?
Hot tamales! It's a square from the largest paved square in the Western Hemisphere. Each side 790 feet.
That kid is on lock with the completely useless trivia. That's his specialty.
It's hard to fact check most popular city of like 1993 or whenever this came out.
You're in the Zocalo, amigo. The heart of the old city.
Good to know.
Still would have assumed it had been China
Hey, Luigi, you recovered a tile.
or India. Most likely India.
That's the directory from the Palace of Fine Art. Fine job! The reformer looks deformed without the angel of independence. Feel free to replace it.
Replace it with whatever you want.
Yeah, put whatever up there. They're not discerning.
Yeah. I see Swampy Rad speculating that since there are 5 doors and 7 Koopa Kids, that there's at least 35 countries. It is not that many, I will confirm.
Now, one Koopa Kid tells the truth, but...
Again, the doors were, like, doubled up with Roy, so I don't know.
Yeah, no, I've checked. There are 3 floors, and they have 5 doors each. So this is pretty much the halfway point, roughly.
You know, I can start putting some of these down. I can start...
Yes.
I have 3 of them. 521. You know, I
didn't have
that.
a chance to read that myself, so...
Hey, Luigi. So Carlo means... Hey, wait a minute.
Oh.
Whoops.
Oh. Okay, maybe I was looking at the wrong guide.
Alright. Pedestal. Literally the first line. It's in quotation marks. That should have been something my eyes were drawn to. And yet... 5, 2, 1.
How can I help, Caleb? The red and white tiles are made from what stone?
Volcanic.
So Carlo means... Oh, thank you, Luigi.
Wunderbar. Alright, what's north? See if we can kill 2 birds with one stone here.
Okay, no. Yeah, Jodoril in chat was right. There are 5 floors.
Good God.
Yeah.
Diego Rivera, one of Mexico's most famous artistes. His political murals. The Epic of the Mexican People. Let me see what they're missing. Wait, where are we in front of? Oh, the Diego...
The National...
Yeah.
We don't have that.
No, we certainly don't.
What is the book for?
Oh, you know, I probably should have asked Professor fucking
he's gone
dipshit.
now.
Oh, no, he was walking back onto the screen as I was... That's the worst part, is that because they're always moving to... The pedestrian should always be in one place. That's another change I would make, is that the pedestrians are always loitering on one given screen, so you don't have to fucking chase them down.
What's also worse is that that double checking took like 8 minutes off the clock.
Yeah, we'll be glad I'm on Yoshi. Fine arts.
I see MSK 1984 in chat speculating this may be the easiest Mario game to beat. Honestly, I think Super Mario Land on Game Boy is easier. You have to do quite a bit of work.
Can I help you?
I would like to return the Fine Arts catalog.
Quite right, sir. But the palace is across the park from...
Did it say this?
Oh, no, I did. I was looking up other stuff.
I'm gonna guess.
Quite wrong, old chap. That's just not the right answer. Please visit us again when you've gotten your facts straight.
How snooty.
But I'm just going to let people chat, have a look. Avoid if you don't want spoilers, but there is a lot of interesting factoids on this Mario Wiki page for this game, including like cut content and those mistakes, as mentioned earlier.
Yes? Can I... Quite right, sir.
You finally made it, friends.
Was also a famous artist.
Hey, thank you for the raid, Obo Shoes Games. Welcome in, everyone. We are playing Mario is Missing on DOS for the.
Maybe some artifacts.
Yeah.
Do you have any hints for this puzzle we're about to? For this question?
I mean, I know the answer. If that's a hint,
that would be great. Yeah.
Freda Kahlo.
Thank you.
Very famous artist.
Used
On for
to
work.
be,
Yeah, I know it said this in the pamphlet too.
It did.
That doesn't. Unfortunately, it's in one eyeball out the other at this point. We've been going.
It's that one. It's a Royal Palace.
All right, thank you.
Correct, sir. It looks like you fixed...
Oh, I just realized I forgot to go into the previous place. Well, I'll remedy it by going into this place. We can show off some of the fine art. Clearly,
Yeah, let's get some art.
Yeah, clearly this video here that they shot for this isn't just going to be an exterior. It's going to show off some of the fine art on display at the Fine Art Palace. They wouldn't just waste my fucking time by doing a slow zoom on the mezzanine
through
here.
the window.
Again, though, at least they did a zoom because we had an earlier one where they didn't even do that.
Listen, the building itself is a work of art.
Yeah, you know what else is a work of art? Anything inside. Literally any exhibit inside. They could have.
Yeah, like That actually would be my biggest complaint. That if you wanted to see the stuff they're talking about, you really don't get that. You just, I get to read about it, but I don't get any of the visuals, the context.
You know, Carmen asking, is this video 24p? We can literally count the pixels on the next video. But I'm gonna guess, like, if DOS vertical resolution is like 240, and they're already like thumbnail postage size stamp showing it off on those screens, I'm gonna guess like 144p, 140p, possibly. We'll find out. We'll literally count it, one pixel at a time, and then next time. All right, kid. What do you know?
A hat dance will soon be in order when you realize you.
Oh wait, we already asked him this.
Yeah, he said that before. Yeah. Dun, dun, dun.
You know, they said that on the back of the box that we'd hear Luigi sing. So far, this motherfucker hasn't said a word since the intro.
Yeah.
So far, Mum's been the word for Luigi here. We've heard this kid sing.
You have to beat my game if you want to hear my pipes.
Fuck, we walked right past the Koopa. I think the kid's collaborating with the Koopas.
What? Oh, the mural. I really had to think for a second what the fuck I was looking at.
This game's a thinker, all right. I think we solved 2 of these, so I think we have enough information to. I think it's this top right one is undone. Yes. The National Palace, the mural. I'm going to assume.
Okay. Do we want to read the pamphlet first?
16 full-time assistants, 16 years. That's 1 year per assistant, working full-time. The
turns.
They worked in shifts. I need the phone number. 522. Yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah.
Ready as I'll ever be.
Okay. Rivera is known for his blank murals.
Funny murals. Violent murals. Political murals. I believe it's political murals.
Yes.
Okay.
Hey,
you know, my joke actually made me remember. Perfect. Great.
Yeah. The problem is, I think multiple of those answers could have technically been correct as well. Because they were colorful.
Alright, I can't wait to see that fucking mural. You know, that they've hyped it up so much. It's gonna be wonderful when we get to see it in full color. Go to hell.
Yeah,
this is the mural, actually. It's photorealistic.
Oh, I tried to screenshot. I tried to use my screenshot tool, but it actually counted as a key that closed out of the video. So I could not count the pixels there, but anyone. All right, this is where we forgot to check
Digital
the video.
Foundry, could you let us know, please?
Yeah, get on it. The Zocalo. Oh, this is a wonderful view of the street view of the Zocalo.
Hey, what does that mean in English? Translate it.
Remember? That was 2 minutes ago. That information is gone. So I think there was someone earlier who asked, "Hey, Cass, you learning anything?" No.
Yeah, again, I think this is the problem with just having characters tell you stuff and the lack of visual aids in a lot of this. Is I don't think you would retain most of this knowledge.
So what's great is that they have this photo, right? We'll take the photo of the Zocalo. But like the video just completely missed it. There's like the cameraman got distracted, which is not a great look for your educational game, for your all expenses paid trip that you took in production of a video game too. What does the Zocalo mean?
Assuming that this isn't stock footage.
That's a big if. You're right. You know, that's a valid point you made.
Yeah, which I'm betting it is.
Where are we now? What is this Zocalo in English, Sharky? What does it mean? You forgot to. Yo, you tried to. You tried to put it on me.
No, it means like pedestal podium. That's what it means.
Okay, all right. The Zona Rosa, or Pink Zone. See, now remember that one for me. The exact heart of Mexico City's old district. 150-foot golden cherub. Is that the thing we have to honor the heroes of the Mexican Revolution?
Said
well, you have an
angel.
angel.
So yeah.
didn't look golden in the picture, but whatever.
Well, there's only so many colors in DOS. There's nothing that would pass for yellow here on the fucking screen. Call 523 if you have information.
Hello, Mr. Luigi.
I want to return the angel.
Would you mind if I asked you a few questions first?
The angel honors heroes of the Mexican.
Revolution.
Revolution, yep.
Is Spanish for what?
No parking.
Well, you know, you say that, but we're going to go inside. We're going to watch the video, and it's just going to be the parking lot. It's going to be some fucking tailgate outside of this place. Oh, you know what? Truth in advertising for once. Ah, there we go. There's our street view.
Still,
no
at least we got a
though.
second.
I see no parking down there.
Yeah, at least we got a second shot.
Oh my god. Okay, north, north, north. And then we have the Great Pyramid of Mexico. It's a classic landmark. Perhaps you haven't heard of it. Oh, the Pyramid of the Sun. 25 miles north of Mexico's capital city is... Here, an amazing Aztec pyramid rises. If you don't know how to pronounce it, it's best not to pronounce it. Rises 230 feet into the sky. The Pyramid of the Sun is the oldest and largest of the archaeological wonders in the City of the Gods. Around 100 BC, construction dates. Situated on the Avenue of the Dead. And there's also a Pyramid of the Moon. These are all facts that could potentially factor into the trivia here. Or not. It could be something that is not in that pamphlet that you just have to fucking know off the dome.
What do you want? Yeah, well, look. You're gonna have to answer a few. The pyramid's base is...
This was not in the pamphlet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, these are the ones you would get from the NPCs.
From talking to the NPCs, talking from the not-so-innocent bystanders, as they call them.
Yeah. Which I gotta say, with how short the time is getting on some of these, it's starting to cut it real close.
You know, a game grows, a game gets more difficult, and that's what they call a difficulty
I have a
curve.
strong hunch. I think I know what it is. I think it's the last one.
You think? Yeah, no, that is a good guess, despite...
Ketchikan is the city of the...
Oh, we got a pronunciation on it. Who's to say whether it's right or wrong? It could be on that errors page, that massive errors page for this game. Is it the City of the Gods or City of the Dead?
City of the Gods.
Definitely not dead, because dead isn't capitalized.
Oh my god, you're right. That's absolutely the clue.
Yep.
That is 100% the clue.
Hey, thanks, buddy.
Oh, ring-a-ding-ding.
Hola, Luigi. You've saved our city from the Koopa, and the people are muy grateful.
They didn't write that.
Good luck and goodbye.
That's not what the text on the screen
actors,
says.
When you find them.
They love the improv, some of these actors.
Yeah, I'm just going to riff one out, if you don't mind me. Let me just do a few. We're wasting disk space here. 1 gigabyte costs $1,000. You are not
David
riffing
Cage
it
was,
off the dome.
David Cage, don't be a fan of these actors. Know that much.
Cool. Again, a lovely scenic view on a nice foggy day. A nice smoky day where half the pyramid is obscured in the background.
You know, we were going to include Princess Daisy in this game, but you had to throw in that mooey. So, found the space for it.
No.
Do you think we're going to get to a city that has, like, 10 missing artifacts? Even just 8. So we get more characters showing up later in the game. More Mario
I feel like
cameos.
we're topping out at... I feel like we're topping out at 5.
Yeah.
I feel like that's as good as we're going to get.
Go ahead. Lock them all. We don't care. We're up to our
This may be a stupid question. How exactly is this...
whole place.
What are we doing to help? How is this helping get Mario?
Yeah.
We know where Mario is.
This is completely disconnected. I mean, the only thing I can think of is that we got the fire flower after solving all these on the first floor. I don't know what we did to summon the fire flower, why it spontaneously decided to grow. Yeah, this is bad in terms of just like underlying logic, which is telling for a kid's edutainment game. I'm gonna do one more. So now we know how long this game is, or have a more reason, have an idea of how long this is. I'm pushing this to 3:30.
Just right at the halfway point of the game, more or less. Hurry, quick.
Yep, quick. I was clicking, but the animation had to play out first.
Oh, I was talking to the game. I was telling the game to hurry it up.
Oh no. I think I know where we are.
This is Mayor IV Godserv. It's time to...
No, it's not.
As you can read in the papers, this city has lost 4 major landmarks since yesterday. The natives are getting restless. The tourists are testy. I'm up for re-election next month. Evidence is scarce, but I have a sinking feeling Bowser is behind it all.
Okay, so she gave a completely different last name than McCarthy here.
Yeah, what
did
they say?
Was it her trying to say sir at the end, and it just became McCarthy sir?
Who knows? But also,
it didn't
she's
say
up for
Nick.
re-election next month. So you see what the real stakes here. We're getting politically invested
No, that's
now.
come up. Yeah, that's come up a few times. It sounds like we're doing this just so the mayors can save face.
The Koopas we've been hearing about so much lately have finally hit our fine city, confirming days of speculation that the turtle problem is worldwide. Buddy, I could have told you that. The Gemma Elfina Marketplace, the Cobra, the Kotobia, the Golden Globe, the Sajian Tombs, and the Durika Camel Market. So we are in Egypt.
Mm-hmm.
Or Northern Africa. In general, but... Yeah, you know what? Egypt has a house on it, so it's probably Egypt.
It's probably Egypt. Now,
Yeah, I could not tell
no
you what
clue
city,
which
though.
of these three.
Yeah.
We might need to
no idea.
context clue that or talk to people until...
Talk to someone until someone directly says, we're in Cairo.
Let's see if the kid gives us a hint. He's usually okay at this.
You're in Africa. On the river,
Thanks.
you can dive into the Atlantic if you want to swim.
You're worthless, kid. Hey, what's this?
When you go to replace that golden ball, wear pillows. It's a 250-foot fall.
He actually tripped and fell while recording that line. He's gone now. It's tragic.
It's... Okay, I think I know where it is. I had a hunch, but we're not in Egypt.
We're not in Egypt.
No, because I saw Marketplace, and I was thinking about it. It's like, why? Morocco.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
And he said, because he said you can jump into the Atlantic. And I was like, yeah, Egypt is not right on the Atlantic. Morocco's on the west.
Yeah, one of you... Yeah, no, well, now we're here. Is it Marrakech? Or Tangier? Or Casablanca?
Couldn't help you with this one, because I don't know what city we're in.
Yeah, let's figure out, not guess, do it how Debs intended.
But I know it's Morocco.
Shit. We're burning so much time until we get another clue. There's the Cobra.
Oh, that's Cobra, yeah.
Golden Cobra.
Goddamn kid.
What do you have to say about snakes?
I want to learn the charmer's skill, but those vipers make my mother ill.
Did you let them bite her?
Bad kid. I had an idea for a prank. Turns out it was pretty rank.
Pokey.
And now I'm an orphan. Do I take the phone call or do I stop the Koopa? Why not both? Bad art. This could be any one of a million things.
Hi, Luigi. Be careful. Bowser is furious. You stopped the Koopa critters from getting the ransom money and said...
It's about ransom money?
He says he's gonna... Whoops. He's coming back. I'll call you later.
I feel like he could have had a lot of money had he not bought all those hair dryers.
I thought he was playing the Dow market. I thought he was playing the stocks. I thought he was manipulating the markets.
It's really funny to me that the main villainy that Bowser does in this is all like capitalism related.
Well, you know, it is the great evil of the world. Yeah. That's ultimately the lesson you're meant to take away from visiting all these other cultures is, man, America blows, huh? Famous American villain, Bowser Koopa.
I worried that the Sajian tour had no room for tombs, but I buried my concern and saw other tiles just like that.
I really thought this was a
where we
chain link
are.
fence. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted to desert the tour and head south to the Sahara Desert. Then I heard it was wall-to-wall camels all the way to Marrakech.
So we're not in Marrakech. I think we're in Casablanca.
Well, there's one way to find out. Oh, no. That wasted time.
We're in Tangier.
God. Nope.
No.
That was bad. Yeah, I had a feeling that his dialogue was bad. And it was supposed to just be literal. Yeah. So yeah, we lost a lot of
We
time.
lost 2 hours on the clock. 3.
God damn.
We might see what happens when you run out of time. Whether we like it or not. Yeah, we're gonna have to
That
be
was really
pretty
poorly
thrifty.
worded.
Yeah, no.
Yes.
A lot of this game is, as it turns out. I think this is where the snake goes, the cobra goes. This open air marketplace is the heart of Marrakech.
Yes.
The name
yeah,
translates
it
to
definitely is.
Sinister Assembly of the Dead. That's metal as fuck. An old custom of displaying the severed heads of felons in the market. Kids game. This is where the bulk of Moroccan daily life takes place. Food is offered, scribes can be hired, everything from chocolate to silver is sold. What about chocolate coins? What about chocolate silver coins? And the snake charmer looks for handouts. The snake charmer keeps his cobras in a closed basket or a wooden box, coaxing them out by playing traditional nomadic songs on a reed flute. Now, the phone number I absolutely don't recall. 21241. 21241.
How can I help you?
Oh, sorry to bother you. Wrong number. I'm just wasting my
let's
precious
waste more time.
Okay, Luigi. What used to be displayed at the marketplace? What?
I just want to reiterate. Just for a bit of perspective again, this is a Mario game where the correct answer to one of the trivia questions presented is severed heads. Just let that sink in for like just a second. Oh, that's good. Yeah, that's good. Hey, Nintendo, you want to think about who you license your games out to? I guess you do now.
Yeah.
Translates to...
He said it was real metal.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Assembly of the Dead. God is great.
Well, that's besides the point.
Just an aside.
Oh, thank you, Luigi. We've been...
All right. I better see a fucking snake. Nope. Maybe the
You're
video.
gonna see a marketplace. Zoom in on a severed head.
Some people want to bring back the old traditions. The only way they know how.
Well, how about that? You saw some baskets. That's close enough.
Yeah.
There could be snakes down there. Yes!
Oh, hey,
Yes!
yeah.
There we go. Finally. One of these fucking clips delivered. And now bite them. Real
Considering
Defcon
how
on
some
film.
of these clips have been like maybe 5 seconds long is like the shortest we've seen, or maybe even 4.
I am Headful
That was a
asked, do
really
you think
good
the
one.
Germany level will have Hitler as one of the answers? You know, I'm going to say no. As funny as that would be, as much as I'm, I'm too much I'm willing to put past this game, but that might be
Yeah.
beyond the pale. That might actually be.
Yeah, I'm curious if the Berlin Wall's going to be in this game.
The Kotobia. Probably the best known building in northern Africa. The story of Kotobia tells the history of Marrakech. Name translates roughly into English as library, due to the wonderful library that was once housed in the mosque. There are so many booksellers whose stalls line the narrow alleyways. Blah, blah, blah. The minaret or tower used to call the faithful to prayer. It is 203 feet tall. The Golden Globe at its peak was added to the tower. This is the Golden Globe, I believe.
I guess. Seems like it.
21242.
Yeah?
Yeah?
Okay. The minarets were built by...
Extraterrestrials. Again, I watched Ancient Aliens. Now, they
Yep,
could lie
confirmed.
to us. They can... they didn't tell us this, did they? I'm going to assume it's not a guy named John Galen Howard.
Well, it's not going to be... it's going to be the first one, I think. Maybe? Wait.
The minaret...
Yeah.
I think it is.
To...
Call the Faithful to Prayer.
At last!
Still no
Yeah, 'cause
idea
it's
what the
nice.
fuck this is in our inventory.
Check your...
Yeah, I will in a second. Yeah. First.
Some people had mentioned they don't usually teach kids about World War II until like middle school. Well, that's the thing. This game has an age picker for your difficulty, so it goes all the way from
Don't think
elementary
that
all the way
changes-
to... Yeah.
I don't think that
But
changes
that
the
shows-
content of what items.
No,
you're
no,
getting.
but that shows that, they were targeting more than just elementary school kids with this game.
Okay. Wait, is this a 4 artifact place? And how many have we solved so far?
I think this is 5. Check your thingy.
Check your feet.
Newspaper.
Yeah.
The camel
That was
saddle.
4.
This has got to be a camel saddle. So so we've done
right,
that.
I see it now.
Yep. I still barely see it. I even know what it is. It's
I
bad,
get why
Johnny.
they've done it that way, zoomed in.
It does look like it
out...
has like a missile attached to the side of it for
yeah.
launch.
Camel market.
Yep, got it.
Camel markets have been big business in Morocco for centuries. They work something like present-day car lots. Do they have like shady salesmen trying to like give you like bum deals? You know, that's actually a joke. That's you know how hack I am. That's literally a joke from Ishtar, where they sell them a blind camel because they have a camel salesman who's like a shifty salesman in that movie. Anyway, these men are pawns. 26 miles from downtown Marrakech, a good ship of the desert is still an important means of transportation because they require very little water and have huge feet, well adapted to sand. You know what? Yoshi's got huge feet too. I'm not fucking impressed. Nothing else rides like the one-humped Arabian dromedary. Dromedaries are favored for their speed and have a knack for learning. Unlike me, my brain is calcified.
Pop quiz. How many humps does a dromedary have?
I'm gonna fail that quiz.
What do you
2?
want?
1.
Fuck.
Yeah, I was gonna say 1. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, look. Camels are often referred to as
Bad dudes of the dunes.
I like Cadillacs of the Sands.
That
That's
is
really
pretty good too. It's ships of the desert.
dromedaries are known for their
Single humps in love of speed is the correct answer here. Finally, one of the ones that is written jokily is the correct answer. Good for them.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks, buddy. We've been looking all over town.
All right, I can't wait to see the camel footage.
I love that.
Wait.
I love that I pop quizzed you on how many humps does a dromedary have, because that was written in the thing. You read the line, the one-humped dromedary, and I asked you how many humps does a dromedary have.
This is not a real fucking photo. Look, there's no video here either. They cheaped out. We're not gonna get camel footage or camel like photo even. I mean, I guess
we had to guess.
This camel also looks very pleased with himself.
Well, he knows he's worth $150.
Died out a long time ago.
Also, he has 2 humps.
Yes.
Yes, that's not a dromedary.
Yeah. Yes, I am worth $150. That's right. Yes.
I think it's one of these 2. I wanted to see that fucking sick camel footy. And the game did not deliver.
I forget that what you have right there is an item. I thought that was like an empty space in your inventory.
Yeah.
The Sadian Tombs. Nearby to the Casbah, after you've rocked it, you can visit the Sadian Tombs, a catacomb palace for the dead. Here we go. The tombs were built by the Saudian Sultan to shelter his family in death. Sealed by... Imagine this is the game that your kid plays that introduces them to the concept of death. They're walking away from the computer, playing this Mario game. You think you've had a parenting win because you found a Mario game that's going to teach your kid. And the thing that they come away with is, Daddy, what does it mean to die? What's a severed head? Who is Lenin? Sealed by superstitious successors to the Sultan, the tombs show the luxury and wealthy rulers lavished on their families, even in death. There are 166 burial plots between the 2-story structure, including the tomb called the Chamber of 12 Columns. They're going to have a columns question. So one of you remember that, because I'm not going to. Influenced by the Alhambra in Spain, the tombs are covered painstakingly with complicated hand-carved tiles, much like the one seen here. This is painstakingly created. This here, hundreds of thousands of man-hours.
It was probably made by hand.
It's probably made by aliens.
That's true, yeah.
Hello, Mr. Luigi. Would you
Yeah, cut the chatter.
tombs show the Sultan?
Funny bone.
The tombs are sealed because...
The keys are lost. They've been waiting on fucking Safe Light people to come by, and it's busted open, but... Superstitions.
Thank you, Mr. Luigi.
Alright, give me that phone call.
Luigi, you saved our city from the Koopas, and the people are grateful. Thank you, good luck, and goodbye. And say hi to Mario when you find him.
All these people want to say hi to Mario.
Yeah.
Hey Mario, I got a lot of messages for you.
Wow, they really gave up.
Yeah.
They just gave the fuck up at this point.
They had like 2 hours in Morocco where the plane left. It was a connecting flight.
Hey, you got anything to say before we go?
Well, I thought you'd never guess. It's the Moroccan capital, Marrakech.
We really should have talked to him earlier.
No. Luis PSC says they're kind of worried about the chapters in the YouTube upload of this.
No.
Yeah, I'll leave them as question marks so that folk at home aren't spoiled on what each of the fucking countries we visit are. It'll be a learning experience for them at home, too. As much as it is for us.
Go ahead. Lock 'em off. We don't care. We're up to our tails in hair dryers. Soon this whole place will be a hair dryer seated hothouse.
I think we got time for one more, honestly. I think I can knock one out in like under 10 minutes, probably.
Alright, speedrun strats, let's go.
Right, I guess this is Ludwig's lair. We haven't seen any of these Koopa kids in there.
Oh, let me out, let me out, let me out. Let me talk to my lady. Let me talk to my friend. No, come back, come back. Don't leave. Thank God.
Oily! I mean, Olay! You landed in Madrid, and just so you'll know, the Spanish dearly love the flamenco.
Pretty good.
That helps.
That's pretty good.
Luigi, see the stories I sent you from our paper?
They didn't even say his name. He's like, they probably said something really bad. They changed it to Smallberg in the text, and you're like, all right, cut it. No one's playing this far anyway.
Turtles are stealing these things and escaping by very clever means.
Very clever means.
Track those turtles and return those artifacts ASAP. ¿Está bien?
Okay, so...
You know where Spain is.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
You need to play more
Europe.
Euro Truck Simulator.
Yes, okay. I had to remember that it was in Europe. It did take me a second, I will admit, fully on the record, it took me a second to remember it was in Europe. But I did get there. I did not misclick. I did not fuck up. I want that to be reflected on the record that I did eventually remember where Spain was. I remember that Spain was not, in fact, in South America. Okay? I want that. It's on video. Did they say
the
Madrid?
cop told you. Yes.
I already forgot what the cop told me. Is it Madrid?
Madrid.
Dino Gem awarded.
Real good use of that redeem, actually.
Wow, there's cops all over the place in this fucking city.
Yeah.
And maybe it is a Nurse Joy situation, like someone in chat said.
There's a Koopa south of here. Koopa.
Koopa.
I'm really struggling to not say that every single time you pick up that item.
Yeah.
That it really is. Just sounds like Chris Pratt, like almost saying the wrong thing.
Yeah, there's a lot of vocal stims in this game.
You're telling me I'm gonna be saying Adobe in Nairobi for the next like month.
South of here.
All right, you better be right, lady.
I mean, technically, right? It's a big map.
That's as far south as we can go. We are at the bottom of the map.
Oh.
Yeah, well, you know, just outside the city limits, I guess there's one as well.
Again, the
I have a
directionality in
hunch
this
that
game sucks.
I have a hunch that technically, like anywhere that is south of. Yeah, that's right. I think if you were on like, if there's like one line of like nodes below you, and you're one line above, no matter where it is, they might say you're south of here, even if you don't have direct access to it.
Hey, lady, tell me what the fuck this Mesopixels is.
The King of Peace, a fine companion, was cast in bronze from a Moroccan cannon.
Yeah, I figured it was supposed to be a lion face, but it's real crusty, yeah.
A little lost in translation. This was probably drawn deluxe paint. Everything was at this point in time. That was PC software, so... Which is like a few steps above like an MS Paint, honestly.
You might take a boat. You might take a train. However you go, you'll be in Spain.
What if I'm traveling outside
Unless you
of
take
Spain?
the boat or train out of here, in which case, that's what the thingy is.
Faces the Atlantic and the Bay of Biscay. The Mediterranean Sea is the other way.
The lady just like we got like lucky with the on the draw with the lady cop. Now
That's
okay.
Picasso.
Is that Picasso? Is that a Picasso original?
Yeah. I can never remember how to pronounce the name.
The Prado Museum,
Guerna
or Prado. Picasso's painting. Maybe he'll say it on the phone. Maybe we'll. Pablo Ruiz
Guernica.
Picasso.
Yeah, it goes here.
Born 1881, died 1973. Although he lived in France most of his life, Spain is eager to claim Picasso as the native son. The 1937 bombing of the town, Guernica, during the Spanish Civil War inspired Picasso's most famous painting, Guernica. Like the artist, the painting was outside Spain for years. It was finally brought home to the Prado Museum in 1981. Now, I could ask for comments on this painting from some of the people, but...
Call it in. I'm guessing this is Peach.
Yeah.
Nope. Damn.
Nope. It's just completely random who's assigned where. I mean, that's not random. They were preordained because they asked the questions in these voices, and I bet they didn't have duplicate line reads.
I was trying to base it on the phone number.
Guernica was named for
the town of Guernica.
You know, I bet he's not even pronouncing it right.
The Guernica was brought home to the Prado Museum from
I'm gonna guess France because that's where Picasso was.
another fake.
It did not say that one in the pamphlet.
I didn't even have a chance to read it. I was thinking about something
It just says the painting was outside Spain for years.
Yeah.
So they really are like mean. They
Well,
really
ask
are
that
assholes.
lady about the painting.
Oh, yep.
Maybe she'll
Good
tell you
idea.
that.
That finally came back to Spain in 1981 from New York.
Good call.
There you
Good
go.
call, Turkey. I need the phone number again.
Yeah, okay. In 1980,
New York.
at last.
Beautiful thing. All right.
Also, Spanish is a nice language because, like, they don't throw too many pronunciation curveballs at you. So it's easier to, like, just see how the word is written and discern how you're supposed to pronounce it.
Well, there's that, but there is, like, the K, C sounds they don't have.
Worthless B-roll again.
Again, if you know, like, some of the base stuff, it's like they don't have a lot of the English things of, like, thorough, through,
I'd be lying
all that.
if I didn't tell you that belonged to the Parliament's lion.
I mean, I guess it depends, kid. Is your definition of a lie, is a lie of omission a lie in your books?
Without that, the Parliament's lion would have no tale to tell at all.
Yoink.
Bobby Gray says the grammar's hard to learn, in my opinion. Yeah, I did not do great when I was trying to learn Spanish, or any other language that I've tried to learn, to be honest.
Yeah, I've determined I am incapable of learning languages. I have tried and failed too many times to count. At a certain point, you just learn to accept that you're dumb. It's Count Dracula's cape. Yeah.
Cape, yeah.
Same brain cell, Sharky.
Well, what else is it?
Oh, is it a cape for a matador?
Yeah, you're probably
Maybe.
right. A stuffy tyrant. General Franco, famously a stuffy tyrant. Since then, Spain is... This is the most editorializing they've done. They called Stalin a dictator, but they didn't go much harsher than that. But they really had it in for fucking General Franco. They really wanted the kids to know this dude's a fucking square. You're gonna learn one thing from this fucking game. You take that home with you. Spain has been a democratic monarchy with the king as leader, although others have a say in the government. Parliament, our governing body, meets in the Palacio de las Cortes. 2 bronze lions guard the building. The bronze for the King of Beasts was melted down from captured Moroccan cannon. Oh yeah, oh yeah. 3413. I mistyped it. You can't backspace. You just have to clear and start the whole thing over.
Do it again.
Wait, we still got Peach though. Oh, that's right. Wrong building on the wrong screen.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hello, Mr. Luigi.
There we go.
Mine Spain adopted its constitution in
1843?
No.
1943?
Nope.
1978?
Yep.
the brass used to make the lion was one.
This one I do remember.
Yeah, with the cannon.
Yeah.
Luigi, we've been
God, folk at home, I hope this has not been too, like, please don't think I'm so stupid. I'm stupid. I admitted at the top of the show. I put that out there, but please have some respect for me in the morning after this. After watching this, please take my...
I don't think this game, the way it relays information is in a way that would make someone remember it, really.
Yeah, but I don't think that's the problem I've demonstrated. I think I've... I think I've, more than just the context clues in the game, I think there's some very basic things I've demonstrated I don't have a grasp over. I got show jitters, okay? That's my excuse. And
Ask where a coupe is, because we're getting low on time.
Sorry, I haven't seen.
We have... This is the last prize.
Okay, so we just need to find
the last building. Top right? Blah Hats points out you can't lose respect if you didn't have it in the first place, so that's good at least. That's it's a lateral move.
Long, Cassidy!
Well, thank you. Thank you for that, Frank. The corrida, Spanish for bullfight, competes with soccer for the favorite sport of Spain. Pitting man against the beast, the bullfight has strict rules and customs. Like a play, the fight is completed in 3 main acts. Played before a judge, a good bullfighter, or matador shows his bravery by letting the bull pass as close to his... The battle ends with the death of the bull, although many matadors have also died. Manole, one matador killed in the ring, is still considered the best of all time. Well, he's so good. How did he get killed in the ring? Idiot.
He was fighting all 50 bulls and only one left.
How can I help you?
I'd like to return the matador's cage.
Okay, Luigi. But before I can give you the... How many bullfighting rings are in Madrid?
0. It's been outlawed. They decided it was inhumane, and... Ooh, yeah, it's not on the pamphlet. So we have to take an educated guess
2.
here. You're thinking 2?
I'm thinking 2.
Yeah, I guess Madrid is like one city. If they said all of Spain, it could be.
Another name for the bullfighter is...
Doormat.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Luigi.
You know how I knew it was 2? It was because the
22
oddball option
was
was
the...
22.
Yep.
Yeah. I forget what James Bond movie it is where they show a clip of matadors doing their stuff, but I like that the clip that the filming they got shows a bunch of matadors getting hit by the bulls.
Luigi, you saved our city from the Koopas, and the people are grateful. Muchas gracias, and good luck, and goodbye. And say hi to Mario when you find him, okay?
Yeah, okay.
Hey, Mario, just so you know, I think everyone in the goddamn world wants to say hi to you. Just, you know.
All right, now we're going to roll that beautiful bull footage, and we're going to see a guy getting absolutely fucking gored. Just horned through the fucking throat.
Oh, you're allowed to park there, I guess.
Cool. I guess I wouldn't. I mean, I guess I wouldn't want them to show a bull. I guess I wouldn't want kids to see that necessarily, but...
Quick, get there, quick.
We still got 2 hours left. We're fine.
No, I mean the taxi
Just
driving.
driving, yes.
Loud. So weird. I wonder if it was meant to be pitched up and they just forgot to do it. Get it like blum.
Go ahead! Lock 'em all!
Yeah, shut up. Ooh, tempting as it is, I think we're calling it here.
Gotta save something for the next show.
Start from here. Nope, ran out of characters. Continue here. I was gonna put start from here stupid to remind myself where I need to go and what I need to do. But
Mario is missing options. I don't know. I see a lot of options here.
We should look at all the memories we made tonight. Oh, it just goes through them in sequence.
Yeah.
Cool. So yeah, you can always revisit. You can always go back home. Oop, quit. Just exit right back to DOS.
Good work. Dino Gem Award.
And whoop. Here we are. Yeah, so
best and worst city of the night.
Best is obviously USA. No, it's not. It's also not the question that you have to ask here. The question I have to ask here is initial thoughts on Mario is Missing CD-ROM Deluxe Edition.
Man, that timer's tight.
Yeah.
That I don't know. That might be. I have to guess it's because you set it to adult. That is an exceedingly tight timer. I don't know. I like trivia stuff. It's weird that we have not been super thorough with asking everyone about everything.
You wouldn't have the time.
So
you just would not have the time to do that.
And I wonder if that's because we have it on an adult. But I like trivia. I like learning about stuff and reading about stuff and like applying that. I think the problem I have with this, it is the navigation stuff, but it's not solely the navigation stuff. It's the fact that you can just miss so many things, particularly with the Koopas, that you can know where it is. You can use the radar to say, this is where it is, and you go there, and it is not there anymore. And you kind of have to do this awkward shuffle of back and forth. Also, yeah, awkward shuffle of back and forth. That too with the phone number. When you fuck up, you just have to leave the screen and then come back again.
Okay.
I feel like this could have been streamlined a lot.
I do want to interject because I did find out something very important from the Mario Wiki. When you run out of time, you can continue. It just doesn't give you bonus score. So it turns out that time pressure is not as severe as we thought, which is good because I was going to complain about it as well.
Okay. Still, though, I think there's like my main problem with it, if anything, really is kind of that it's I don't think it's streamlined enough. I think there's too many things that kind of waste time, like the having to leave the screen and come back on, or Koopa's kind of like not sitting still for long enough that like when you get the direction saying it like it's right there and you can go there and it has just left and it seems like you can miss it kind of like a number of times in a row like that. That's just a little annoying. Past that, I don't know, it's fine. I kind of enjoy. I would have liked this as a kid. I like trivia stuff. I like reading and getting information from people. I think the voices, when they're not questionable, are fun. Yeah, I'm okay with this so far.
Johnny.
Yeah, so I definitely think the weakest aspect is probably the gameplay.
It's a bad sign.
Yeah. But I think specifically it's that it is this sprawling, like finding these roaming NPCs and just how awkward it can be to do that stuff. But it's also meant to be very basic. But I think in terms of being a trivia game and representing these different countries, that might be the part that disappoints me the most, because I don't think having these maps be sprawling and like that's already annoying for searching for stuff, and that is the one gameplay thing you do outside of trivia is just wandering around these maps. But because the maps have to be so big, they're built just out of these little tile sets, so you don't get the image of the area. I'm not obviously expecting like an Assassin's Creed recreation or anything. I feel like if they had scaled it down to just be like, oh, here's like you're finding these monuments and famous places. It'd be cool if you were like in an area that when you find them, they would like reappear and you would visually see them in the world, and you don't. So that's like one thing that I find a negative. And the other thing is, though this game gives you the information, it gives you the trivia in the pamphlets, in the dialogue, I don't think it's done in a way that I think edutainment would make this stuff stick with you, because you're only looking for it to solve the puzzle. The information isn't the reward, and I think that's how a good like encyclopedia style edutainment game has to do it, where it's like, oh yeah, you've gone here, so now you'll get the history of the dinosaur, of this monument and things like that. That's not the reward. It's just information you're using to get the reward. So I think it has a problem when you don't retain it, because you're only using it to solve one key thing, unless there's going to be some sort of Banjo-Kazooie-esque final level where they'll ask us all these questions, but I don't think that's the case. Yeah, the voice acting's fun. It's definitely dated and cringy in some places, but in other places, like it is kind of charming. And yeah, the weird bootleg sprites is a lot of fun as well.
Enduring sprite work.
Yeah, I'll definitely say my basic stuff I remember of the console versions. This does seem better in most regards. Obviously, as I mentioned, there's already more content in cities, so that maybe that's a negative. But just like the flow of things and not having to deal with like pseudo platforming controls seems like a big plus. So at least like in engaging with the menus and the systems isn't too awkward. I feel like it could have been a lot worse. But yeah, there's bits to like. But yeah, just my memories of what good like interactive PC encyclopedias were in the 90s. I think you could do a lot better than this personally.
I want to bring up something because I mentioned that I enjoy trivia and stuff, and Jadario brought something that I already forgot about, which is that there's wrong info in this too.
Yeah.
So that's an issue. That's a major issue, in fact. Especially if this is supposed to be like edutainment. that's a problem.
Yeah.
Or format of the game, I'm fine with in terms of the trivia. But yeah, if the trivia is wrong in certain places, that's an issue.
Healing Mind in chat, by the way, says, "Here's a question filled with dread: which trading market had severed heads?" So,
yeah, I'll say some people might say it's a bad point, and like technically, but like as a kid, I loved history stuff that would get into some of those details. In England, we had a series called Horrible Histories that would dive into that stuff. I know parents wouldn't approve, especially being in a Mario game, but that would have been a big plus if I was the right age at the time. But no, I would have been a babby.
A babby baggy. I guess it means it's my turn. Swampy Rad has been talking about Mario is missing, which I'm familiar with Mario. Not Mario's missing.
Well, the console version, yeah.
Yeah. I meant to say Mario's Time Machine, which I think they maybe meant, or yeah, because Mario's Time Machine, I know the NES and SNES version of it. I don't remember the DOS version. I guess that'd be my specific thing, because I believe those versions of the game are like set up like Mario levels, right? There were maybe like 4 or 5 screens. You need to find like a specific spot on the screen to drop a historical artifact, and so you're going back and forth through history, finding stuff like Newton's apple, the one that landed on his head and whatnot. Which I think is closer to what this should have fucking been. I think the thing that, y'all omitted or didn't take issue with is just the lack of fucking gameplay in this. It's just the fact that it is just an endless cycle of walk. I mean, you mentioned that, walking around the city streets is boring, but like, would it have killed them to just had like jump on a Koopa, to have like some degree of combat beyond just clicking, to have some interstitial stages where you have to do like a very basic like platforming puzzle, right? I'm the platform hater, and I'm just like, give me fucking something here. Give me something where I shoot the fire flower at the bad Koopa.
I'm looking at this from the perspective of the kid who played a lot of edutainment, educational trivia style games, and like this would have been fine for me. This would have been enough. I feel like I would have gotten bored if they were like the interstitial like platforming sections. I
they don't need to be long. I'm talking just like straight up like a minute long between the completion of the cities. I'm talking that's the reward.
You don't know what my thirst for trivia was like.
That's great
if I was
for
in the
you.
Mood for trivia.
That's awesome for you, Truckee. I'm talking about like the other 99.99% of the population of children who were getting like edutainment games and just begging for like a real fucking Mario, begging for like something to do that isn't just learning. Because for most kids, the way I am to understand it is that when they're made to play edutainment, the thing they like is not the trivia, is not the solving. It is, all right, I've done all the homework. Now it's time to have recess, right? That's primarily what kids are hoping for when faced with a product like this. And this game is just, version of the game at the very least, is so fucking dry, is so devoid of that. Any opportunity where they can inject a little bit of joy, like, dealing with the Koopas, dealing with the Koopalings in the castle, any opportunity where they could have put gameplay, they're just like, nah, click. That's all you get. I guess they thought the animation was the reward. But, after seeing the same 5 Koopa animations about a dozen times tonight, I certainly did not care to see them the baker's dozenth time. And beyond that, I will say, fine. Trivia is fine. It's like the least egregious form of edutainment to me. I'd certainly prefer it over math, I guess. It definitely tedious, definitely not meant to be played in as long a sitting as we have set up here with the conceit of this stream. I think this is meant to be like you do maybe 1 or 2 locations, you save your game, you walk away, take a break, come back to it later. So maybe that helps to minimize the repetitiveness of it. But at the end of the day, regardless of how many breaks you take between the different sections of the game, by the time you're on the 3rd or 4th floor of apparently 5 in this game, I'm going to be pulling my hair out towards the end of this, I imagine. But, we are committed. We did lock it in. We did say we were going to beat this game. So we'll see if we can finish it in the span of the next episode, or if this somehow becomes a 3-parter. Ooh, perish the thoughts. But we'll figure that out. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. And if we somehow end early, maybe that'll be an excuse to show off a little bit of NES or Super NES Mario's missing. We'll figure it out, folks. We will. We'll have a game plan. Again, I was expecting this to be a one and done in the back of my head. There was part of me that was kind of just hoping we would speed through it. And we'd have it done, and we'd lock it in for March 10th, and it would be contained to this day in history, this auspicious Mario Day. But alas. And so, with that, I say, folks, thank you for tuning into this episode 1 of our Mario is Missing playthrough. We hope you learned a lot. I certainly didn't. Maybe that's part of the problem. But we will continue. You will see us play this game again on Tuesday, March 17th. If my calendar lines up correctly for that one. I'm going to assume that it does. And you'll see us back here in a week. Maybe 2 weeks from now. Who's to say? We got shows in between then, though. We're always broadcasting something here at the Bad Game Hall of Fame. So why don't we go over that stream schedule? You'll see us next on Thursday, which would have been the beginning of our next patron-voted playthrough. The voting has concluded. We will be playing Colossal Cave, the 2023 version, the remake of. Funnily enough, I should have mentioned this when we were just briefly going over the Software Toolworks. You know, one of their earliest games was a 1982 conversion re-release, possibly the most popular release of Colossal Cave Adventure, the game that is the foundation of the game that we're playing as part of our Reprehensible Remakes patron poll, now concluded. So instead of doing that this Thursday, we'll have to push that back to Thursday the 19th is when that game will start, because I'm going to be busy moving for the last time for a long time. This is finally the conclusion of the cast moving saga. It's finally coming due, finally coming soon. So look forward to that. I certainly am. And instead, on Thursday, March 12th, you can look forward to a Games from a Hat episode. Console as of yet undetermined, Sharky?
Correct. It's going to be a more retro console. So not PlayStation, not PS2. But not quite sure yet which one it's going to be. But that'll be me and Johnny for that one.
All right. Very good. Pleased to tune in. Always a fun time on the Games from a Hat segment. Games that are being pulled from the hat, the proverbial hat that you've never heard of before, are playing for the first time.
Never heard of or don't really know anything about.
So tune in for that on Thursday, March 12th. Again, is the date. Saturday, you can tune in. Hopefully, this is assuming we get internet set up at the new place. This could be subject to change. This is tentative at this point. But hopefully, you can tune in to episode 3 of Virtual Insanity, our ongoing Virtual Boy retrospective. We have some banger games lined up for this particular episode, including Virtual Boy Wario Land, Water World, and, of course, my beloved Virtual Lab. So that will be a possibly some of the best games we'll play in the series, and possibly some of the worst. So please to tune in. Probably the penultimate episode, too. This is, as far as long-form series that we've done go, this one's going to come in a little bit on the shorter end, which is good. After the hell that was Cursed Kart Racers, the endless episodes of that, it's good to have one that has a tidy wrap-up. You can join us Monday, March 16th, for Casual Mondays, the show in which we play not-so-bad games, casually even, shoot the shit, so on, so forth. Good time had by all. VODs for that series don't go up on the YouTube, they go up on the Patreon. And we're currently coming up on 50 episodes of Casual Mondays, which means we're nearing 150 hours of exclusive content over on the Patreon at the moment. So that'll be a milestone of some sort, I guess. But we'll tell you how to catch those episodes, what the Patreon's all about in just a minute as we move to some of our shameless self-promotion here. Starting with our Discord, discord.gg/BGHOF, a community of connoisseurs. Talk bad games, good games, every game in between. Things that aren't video games, like world history, perhaps. Just bring that to the server, bring that to the discussion, bring that to the table, see who bites. We also have a bad game club on the server, where the game of the month for March has been slotted, is being played Castlevania on the N64, informally known as Castlevania 64. Folk have been really getting into this one, higher than usual engagement. Folk have been looking for an excuse, itching to play Castlevania 64, and by God, we've given them just the excuse they need. So come commiserate over that game, or sing its praises, much like Luigi singing in public for the first time. Still waiting on that. Back of box for this game. But if you don't like that choice of game for the month, just wait till next month. We'll have another game for the Bad Game Club. It's a monthly thing. It's a community event. Bring the folk together. And hey, if you really like what you saw here tonight, you might consider financially supporting us, subscribing on Twitch, pledging on Patreon, becoming a member on YouTube. Any or all of the above will grant you access to the Patron Saints channel on our Discord, in which you can vote in polls to determine our future playthroughs. You can make suggestions to help steer the direction of this year's show. You can gain access to exclusive content, primarily at this moment by way of VODs, but we're working on further offerings. We're also working on a way to make the Casual Monday VODs available outside of just the Patreon. That is primarily where they live because of video hosting costs and reasons and so on and so forth. But I'm aiming to at least make that directory available to people who are just in that channel at the very least, just to have something, some way of getting that content out there. So that's currently the thing I am working on at this current juncture, is making that VOD backlog available. And you can also, by supporting us, you'll also be just recognized by us, appreciated by us, thanked by us for helping keep the lights on here at the Bad Game Hall of Fame. Now, what if you can't financially support us? We completely understand. If you're still looking for a way to help us out, though, that is not financial, you can always mosey on over to our YouTube channel. That's youtube.com/@badgamehalloffame, where you can find our entire video back catalog of all the VODs. And you can also find a playlist called Suggested Viewing. Those are 20 hand-picked episodes that we've assembled that we think make for some of the best onboarding onto this show of ours, that are fit to share with friends and folk you know who might go for a 3+ hour video game stream where at least one of the hosts makes a complete fool of themselves about world, culture, history, geography at all. And if that sounds like something that'd be up one of your friends' alleys, show them this episode, why not? Or maybe you know someone who was really into YouTube poop back in the day, who still doesn't know where Weegee comes from all these years later. The time has finally come. The answer to the riddle, the mystery, has finally been solved. Let them know, why don't you, by sending them this episode. We leave it to your discretion, dear viewer. What's going on over on Twitch? Let's see about a raid. Why don't we? I have an idea of who we might raid. Let's send folk the way of New Legacy Inc., where they are playing Super Mario World. Apropos of nothing, clearly. I don't know why they would be. Certainly there's no segue between us and them. There's certainly no connective tissue between those. Just, feeling a little bit random with it. So let them know the Bad Game Hall of Fame sent you. Let them know we've been playing our own Mario game here. And yeah, that's going to do it for our show for tonight. Until Mario is Missing continues. Until we find Mario. Until Mario is found. I have been culturally sensitive Cassidy.
I've been really disturbing eating noise Sharky.
And I've been pesky plumber Johnny Backhead.
Very good. So until next time, bye-bye.
Good night, everybody.
And say hi to Mario for me.